Fashion Design 203. History and Survey of Women's Undergarments. 8 a.m. 8 a.m.?
They must be trying to keep out the riffraff.
Mr. Belvedere, there were a dozen cupcakes in here this morning. What happened?
Lunch.
Oh, I'm totally bummed out.
What's wrong?
I have to kill and dissect a frog for biology.
All right! What kind of knife are you going to use?
Well, you know, Nightengale and I take a salamander apart. We like to use an X-Acto 507. It's a precision instrument, so you get a lot less gushy stuff squirting in your face. It's just that there's a happy little frog hopping around. His name is Travis, croaking love songs to his little frog girlfriend. And then he meets me. The next thing he knows, he's spread-eagled in a cake pan, spraying frog guts all over Mr. Sorokin's biology class.
Perhaps it's not the night for split pea soup.
That's it, George. That's the last time I go shopping with you.
Oh, come on, Marge, lighten up.
Did you really think you could sneak through the 10 items or less line with 12 items?
At least I didn't flirt with the meat man to get more giblets.
Hi, guys.
Hi, honey.
Hey.
Oh, how are you coming with your class schedule?
Scuba diving, co-ed volleyball, discussion of current magazines. Kev, you going to college or Club Med?
Take it easy, Dad. I'm still finding myself.
Could have found Jimmy Hoffa by now.
Okay.
Trouble in paradise?
Just don't understand. The search for self embraces many forms.
Frankly, Kevin, if you would embrace a few less forms, your mind might be much clearer for your studies.
My mind might be clearer, but my complexion wouldn't.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rival, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live a good life yet.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Must you do it here?
Uh-huh. It's for school. I have to observe someone at work and write a report about it, so I'm observing you.
Oh. Wouldn't you rather observe a fireman or a policeman?
I would, but I'm wanted by both.
Good point. Well, you haven't written anything yet.
You haven't done anything yet.
Mr. Belvedere, could you iron this for me, please? Cake pleats are murder.
Oh, now, really, Heather, I'm not your personal valet. We agreed that you were old enough now to... Ah, very well.
Oh, thanks.
And while you're at it, please be sure to note, I don't do windows.
Stop it.
Hey, Kev, what's up?
Listen, I've been thinking about school and I came up with a plan.
Oh, yeah, what?
I'm going to be a drum major.
You mean the guy that wears the big hat and leads the band at halftime?
No, Dad. I'm going to major in music so I can be a professional drummer.
But drumming isn't a real profession. It's sort of like a hobby.
How can you say that?
Well, she's heard you play.
It's just that we wanted you to go into something with a future, something secure.
Well, drumming is pretty secure.
Oh, come on, Kevin. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life in a seedy bar playing Night Train for strippers?
How did you know about Night Train?
Aunt Millie at our wedding reception.
Oh, yeah.
Look, you know, there are other kinds of music. What about the Pittsburgh Symphony?
What about the Salvation Army?
Look, will you guys just give me a break?
Hey, mister, don't you use that tone with us. Now, your dad and I are shelling out big bucks for you to go to college, and you're jerking our chains.
God, you're cute when you cuss.
No, I mean it. I would have killed for the opportunity he's just throwing away.
Hey, I'm not throwing anything away, Mom. I just don't know what I want to be.
Well, you better figure it out and be damn quick about it.
That woman's a pistol when she gets mad.
You understand, don't you, Dad?
Ah, sure I understand. I mean, when I was your age, I wanted to be a professional ball player.
What happened?
Nobody wanted me. Between you and me, I think it was a racial thing.
Why do I feel like I'm on 60 Minutes?
Do you realize it took you 5 minutes to dust the mantle and the knickknacks are still dirty?
My, quite the little slave driver, aren't we? Here, drive this.
I got bored just watching you, so I figured out a way for you to do your job better and faster.
All right, since it's for school.
I broke your day down into hours and minutes and figured out how you can make the most of your time.
All right, let's see. 5:30 a.m. to 5:35 a.m., set table and make breakfast. 5:35 a.m. to 5:36 a.m., eat breakfast. Wesley, this is a 20-hour work schedule. You've only left me 4 hours a night for sleep.
What's wrong with that?
I am a housekeeper, not robo-maid.
Hey, where are you going?
Upstairs for a nap. My gears are beginning to grind.
Got any goosey loosies?
Fish.
Mom, Dad, I have to tell you something.
What, honey?
Well, I've made a decision. I don't care what you say, I don't care what the teacher says, and I don't care what the principal says. I'm not going to kill Travis and rip his guts out.
You're not.
No, and you can't make me.
Who the hell is Travis?
Bye, guys.
Hey, Kev, where are you going all dressed up?
I thought you had to work at Mr. Cluck's tonight.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I did. Tonight's my last night, and the guys are throwing me a goodbye party.
You quit Mr. Cluck's?
I sure did.
But I thought you loved that job.
Yeah, aren't you the one that called deep fat frying a spiritual adventure?
That was before.
Before what?
Mom, Dad, I thought long and hard about what you said, and I did a little research. Medicine is the field of the future. So I quit my job at Mr. Cluck's and got a job at College Hospital as an orderly.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, I know it's at the bottom of the ladder, but at least I'll be working in my future field.
Kevin, are you going to be a doctor?
No. I'm going to be a nurse.
He's home.
All right, now don't say anything about nursing. You let him bring it up.
Yeah, right. Hey, Kev.
Hi.
So how was the party?
Oh, great. As a going-away gift, they gave me a Mr. Cluck's watch. See, the little beak goes around.
Very elegant.
So, Kev, you rushed out of here so quickly, we really didn't get a chance to talk.
About what?
Oh, I don't know. Sports, movies, you being a nurse.
Yeah, isn't it great? I mean, people always need medical help, and I'll be able to find a job anywhere in the world.
Yeah, well, there's crime all over the world. You could be a cop.
Dad.
Or a fireman. They help people, and they even get to take their dogs to work.
What's wrong with being a nurse?
Oh, nothing really, honey. It's just that we've never heard you talk like this before.
Well, that's because you've never made me figure out my future before. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
When did Diana Ross start dressing like a boy?
That's Michael Jackson. What are you reading on the job?
You know, Wesley, this project of yours is getting most tiresome. When is it going to be over?
When you reach peak efficiency?
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, here, Les.
Hi, Heather. What have you got there?
Frog legs.
So you went through with the dissection?
Nope, I bought them at a French restaurant.
I don't understand.
Well, I figured I could take them to class, tell Mr. Sorokin that I dissected Travis at home, and somehow the rest of them just dragged away.
Very creative. But how are you going to explain the breading?
Skin condition?
Nice try, but I don't think your teacher will buy it.
Have a snack.
So the pig says to the brain surgeon, I won him in a raffle.
Well, Mr. Owens, entertaining the troops.
No, Nurse Hawkins.
Mr. Owens, I realize you're here to learn about nursing, but you can't absorb it through personal contact.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, why hasn't the East Wing floor been mopped?
It has.
Well, Mr. Donchi in 312 didn't quite make it down the hall and unmopped it. Do it again.
Okay.
Has the cafeteria trash been emptied?
That was next on my list.
Or the linen cart taken to the basement?
Right.
Mr. Owens, the needs of a hospital don't slow down for the needs of your hormones. Now get cracking or get another job.
Sir. Oh, can't be.
Sitting down on the job again, Mr. Belvedere?
Another stunt like this, and I'll sit on you.
Okay. I was just trying to help you be more efficient.
I don't need your help, and from now on, the whole project is canceled, school or not.
Gee, sorry, Mr. Belvedere. I didn't mean to be so rough on you. Just thought I could prove that you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Just a moment. Who are you calling an old dog?
I didn't mean old exactly.
Well, then what did you mean? Tired? Antiquated? Over the hill?
Isn't that good?
Where's that work schedule you made?
You tore it up.
Yeah, well, make out another, and this time don't spare the housekeeper. Well, go on. You're wasting valuable work time. Old dog, indeed.
Owens, there you are.
Nurse Hawkins, here I am.
I've been looking for you. A delivery of fresh linens is here. I want you to go.
Unpack them and put them away. I did, a half hour ago.
Good. Then you're free to go to the west corridor.
Mop it down and re-wax it. Done.
Oh. Well, there's still 30 minutes before the end of your shift. You could go to the third floor waiting room.
Change the bottle in the water cooler. I did that during my lunch.
Ah, I see. Very well. Carry on.
I'd love to. But I don't have time.
George, what are you doing?
I'm watching a rerun of Marcus Welby. Every time he talks to his nurse, Consuela, I see Kevin's head on top of her body. It ain't pretty.
Why don't we talk about this tomorrow? You need to sleep.
I just can't get used to the idea of my son being a nurse. Hey, big guy, what are you still doing up?
Oh, just keeping to my appointed rounds. I don't want to get behind.
Well, it's midnight. Can't you do some of that stuff tomorrow?
Oh, certainly not. There's more than enough time to wash the windows and change the beds.
But the kids are in them.
I don't make the schedule. I just work here.
Hi, guys.
Hi, honey.
Oh, hey, Kev. Still burning the midnight oil, huh?
Yeah, you're not kidding. Well, I'm just gonna grab a glass of milk and hit the books.
You've been working a lot of extra hours lately, haven't you?
Yeah, but I better get used to it.
Hey, don't you think it's time you call this off?
What?
Hey, look, Kev, we all know you're not going to be a nurse.
Yes, I am. I don't know why it's so hard for you to understand.
It's just that, well, we can't help but think that you're settling.
What do you mean?
Well, she means we think you can be anything in the world you want to be.
No, I can't.
Sure you can.
No, I can't.
Why do you say that?
Because it's the truth. I mean, all my life you've been feeding me that line, and all my life I've been wondering what was wrong with me because I couldn't do everything perfectly.
You do lots of things perfectly.
Oh, yeah? Like what? Look, I'm an average guy. I get average grades. Well, nursing is something that's better than average. It's honest, and it's decent, and whether you like it or not, that's what I'm going to do.
I think we handled that well.
Almost finished, Owens.
Oh, yeah. Just finished putting away the last of the syringes.
Oh, really? Where'd you stick them? Oh, look, I know I've been pretty rough on you these last 2 weeks, but it's only because I wanted to know if you were serious about nursing. And I think you are. In fact, you'll make a damn fine nurse.
Well, thank you, Nurse Hawkins.
It's Letitia. I'm in the book.
Nurse Owens, I presume?
Oh, hi, Miss Belvedere. What are you doing here?
My gout. I'm afraid trying to keep up with Wesley has brought on an attack.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, here, sit down.
Hmm.
Hey, you know, if you elevate that foot, it'll relieve some of the pressure.
Thank you. Kevin.
Yeah.
You know, your parents are pretty upset about your choice of vocation.
Yeah, I know, but they'll just have to get over it.
You're not just doing it to get even with them, are you?
If I wanted to get even, I'd be a tennis bum.
I see your point.
Well, listen, I better get back to work.
Oh, go right ahead. I'll just sit here a while. Any place without Wesley is extremely restful.
Stop it! Oh, man, I'm not...
Ayúdeme, por favor, que ya viene el niño. Ay.
What's she saying?
Well, it's just a wild guess, but I believe she's telling us she's about to have a baby.
What? You can't do that. I'm not a doctor.
¿Qué?
What?
She says, huh?
Wait here. I'll go get a doctor, okay? I'll go and get a doctor.
Kevin, she's not sitting bull.
Doctor, the ER stat. Emergency. A woman having a baby.
Kevin, I think we're going to need some help.
Look, don't worry. A doctor is coming. The baby.
No, not him! Her!
What are you guys doing here? What happened?
Hey, you hit your head when you passed out.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we hear you saw a lady have a baby.
No, I saw a lady about to have a baby. Then I saw linoleum. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I guess Belvedere had pretty much delivered the baby by the time the doctor got there.
Yeah, and the lady was so grateful, she named her son Belvedere.
Well, I better get back to work.
No. You're, pretty serious about this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Then we're with you all the way.
Huh?
Well, it's just we thought about it, and we finally realized that we've been trying to get you to do stuff we wanted you to do.
The thing is, we know how tough it is out there, so if we get a little carried away, it's just because we love you.
Thanks, Mom.
So if you want to be a nurse, it's okay with us.
In fact, we don't even care if you want to become an Avon lady.
Or a fuller brush man. You know what I mean.
Splendid. Now that we've got Kevin's future settled, could we all get some sleep?
Oh, Miss Belvedere, how you doing?
Not half as well as I'll be doing after visiting hours are over.
Okay. We don't have to have a hospital fall on us. Come on, Marsh, let's get the car.
Night, Dad.
Mr. Belvedere, would it be okay if the kids said goodbye before we left?
No. Absolutely. Delighted to see you. Come over here.
How you feeling, Mr. Belvedere?
Well, dear, frankly, I felt better.
Here, I brought you a present from the vending machine.
A Zagnut. How nice. Well, how did everything go in biology class?
I got an F.
What happened?
I tried to set Travis free, except that he got loose in the classroom and started hopping around. Then Angela saw him and freaked. She tripped over a desk, fell on him, and squashed him.
Did Angela get an F, too?
No, she managed to scrape an F of Travis off of her jacket to get a C.
Oh.
Well, I better get going. You take care of yourself, Mr. Belvedere.
Thank you, dear.
Look, I'm sorry you're in here. I guess it's all my fault.
Oh, nonsense. It's my fault entirely. I shouldn't have tried to follow that crazy work schedule.
Yeah, that.
I'm sorry I cost you a grade by not finishing your school assignment.
You didn't cost me anything. Actually, I won $5.
Oh, how's that?
See, this wasn't really a homework assignment. It was more of a bet that I made with Howie Heffnagel.
It was.
Howie said that his housekeeper could do more in 24 hours than you could, so I bet him.
I wonder if I could commit murder by pleading insanity.
You can't get out of bed. You're in one of those hospital towns.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us that better watch our backsides, eh?
Mr. Belvedere, we'll be right back.
As of this entry, I'm feeling much better. Actually, my gout attack disappeared 2 days ago. A fact I'm in no rush to reveal. As long as George is paying the bills, I might as well get some well-deserved rest. Kevin continues to work in the hospital to see if he's cut out for medicine. George has begun to accept the idea of his son becoming a nurse. Mrs. Owens has not only accepted it, but has begun to hope that Kevin might one day marry a doctor. I think his chances are excellent. After all, there's nothing more attractive than a competent nurse.
Next Friday, it's fun and games.
I call. 2 pair.
3 of a kind.
Full house, I win. Now you both have to take off your shirts.
But not for everyone.
Hide me. There wasn't any talent show.
Mr. Belvedere.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, a tiny Indiana town with a high school basketball team battling all the odds to get to the state championship. Not the movie, the real thing.
With a new wife came unplanned parenthood and a lot of getting...
So they can watch what may be television's last grand miniseries, War and Remembrance, starting Sunday at 8, 7.
Anyways, I get all my weekends off. Holidays, too. I don't do windows, I don't scrub floors, and I ain't fixing to do no sewing or mending or patching.
What exactly do you do?
Well, I tell you, I don't mind shooting varmints, and I'll cook 'em up for you. You ain't lived till you've had my possum surprise.
I think she's smoking it.
Mrs. Deberschmidt, tell me, have you ever had any experience around, well, you know, people?
Well, I worked 2 years at a home for the criminally insane.
That should come in handy with him.
Anyway, Mrs. Depperschmidt, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be in touch.
Don't you reckon I ought to leave a picture so that you folks will remember just which one I was?
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Suit yourself.
I take it that Mammy Yoakum didn't quite fit the bill?
Gee, I don't know. I kind of liked her. Of course, I was always a sucker for a babe with a pipe.
Don't worry, Mr. Belvedere. We'll find somebody.
Hey, what are you apologizing to him for?
George.
I mean, who the hell ever heard of hiring a housekeeper to take care of your housekeeper?
Well, it certainly wasn't my fault that somebody left their skateboard on the stairs.
Well, I just left it there for a minute.
You know there's some lady on our front lawn skinning a squirrel?
Perhaps it was a snack for the bus ride home.
So you guys find anybody good yet? You've been seeing people all day.
No, not really, honey.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like that Swedish lady that wasn't wearing any underwear. Your dad's the one that pointed it out.
Well, I guess this just goes to show you're a pretty tough guy to replace.
Well, I knew you'd realize someday there was only one Mr. Belvedere.
Is this the Owens residence?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Jolly good. In that case, I am your new housekeeper.
What?
I'm Mr. Belvedere.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Excuse me, but did you say your name is Belvedere?
Yes, Galen Belvedere.
And do you two know each other?
Yes, we're cousins.
Looks like the family only comes in two sizes.
Mr. Belvedere, you never told us you had a cousin.
Well, we haven't seen each other for a little while.
No, 20 years to be exact, cuz? Last time I heard you were rambling round Rangoon. Something to do with the elephant roundup.
Yes, well, the last I heard of you, dear cousin, you were leaning against a fire hydrant somewhere other than Pittsburgh.
Well, you know how it is with us Belvederes, Lynn. 1 minute it's Kuala Lumpur, the next minute Steeltown, USA.
Wow, and now you both are together after all these years. What any coincidence.
Yes. A small world.
It is with you in it.
Hey, this is great. Now we've got two Mr. Belvederes, and they're both snotty.
Yeah, lucky us.
I take it, Mrs. Owens, that the position of temporary housekeeper is still open.
Well,
Actually, the position has already been filled.
It has?
Well, I thought Mrs. Depperschmidt had impeccable qualifications.
Huh? Like what?
Well, I thought she looked very nice in burlap.
Well, that's all right, Cousin Lynn. I understand. I'm sorry to have troubled you.
Hey, wait! You're not going to just throw your own cousin out on the street, are you?
Absolutely. Ta-ta! Mind the curb.
Belvedere, I'm surprised at you.
Don't be upset with my cousin, Mrs. Owens. He only has your best interests at heart. I'm afraid Lynn knows me for what I really am. An obstinate, opinionated, know-it-all snob.
Gee, that'd be a switch.
Don't be ridiculous, Galen. You're not going anywhere. You're going to stay here and take care of us and get reacquainted with your cousin, and I don't want to hear another word.
Not even help?
We English do enjoy a good cup of tea, don't we?
Yes, almost as much as we enjoy a good mystery. Speaking of which, what the hell are you doing at Beaver Falls?
Why, what on earth do you mean?
Oh, come now, Galen. It was no accident. You were just popping up like this, so out with it.
All right. I'll tell you, but it has to be our little secret. Agreed?
Agreed.
I came here to kill you. I I gotcha.
Galen, I swear.
I haven't gotten you that good since Lord Wilfrid's 10th birthday party. Do you remember when I made you snort chocolate milk through your nose?
It wasn't chocolate milk, you demented little rugrat. It was hot scalding cocoa.
We did used to have some good laughs, though, didn't we?
Yes, usually at my expense.
Oh, I'm not so sure. What about the time I woke up and found you'd mailed me to Glasgow?
I don't know why you were so upset. I sent you first class.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere, time for your afternoon walk.
I'm coming.
Boy, it sounds like you guys are really getting along.
Oh, don't you be deceived, Heather. We still loathe and despise each other. It's just that sometimes he absolutely slays me.
Well, that's why I'm here.
That's it. I've had it with her. It's Becky's birthday, right? And I've been racking my brain for weeks trying to think of something really great to get her. And then it hits me. She loves to bowl. Perfect. So I get her this, and what does she do? She heaves it at me. Says it's unromantic. Now, does this look unromantic to you?
You obviously felt this gift was novel and somewhat endearing, while she was probably hoping for something more personal and sensitive. I certainly wouldn't let my pride get in the way. Perhaps a dozen red roses stuck in the finger holes here might work wonders in softening your fair lady's heart.
Hey, that's great. Who the hell are you, anyway?
I'm Mr. Belvedere.
Oh. Boy, that diet must really be working.
Good morning, Galen.
Good morning, Cousin Lynn.
I trust you slept well in the drawer Mrs. Owens prepared for you.
Well, not really. It was your underwear drawer. I woke up in a pair of your boxer shorts, thought I was at a lawn party.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's that smell?
This is breakfast. We have English bangers, Irish oats, and Scotch eggs. I call it my Empire Strikes Back buffet.
You're wasting your time, Galen. The Owensism or the Pop-Tart mentality.
Well, that's because it's the only stuff you eat.
Yeah, big guy. You haven't made us a hot breakfast in a month.
Well, I have been under the weather.
Oh, no. We're under the weather. You're blocking it.
If you'll excuse me, I'll be in my room.
How are you going to get there? Freight elevator?
This fun is contagious, isn't it?
Hello, I'm Mr. Belvedere. I woke up in your underwear drawer. We're under the weather. You're blocking it.
Evening, Cousin Lynn. I made you some nice hot chocolate.
No, thank you. My nose isn't thirsty.
I don't blame you for being upset with me, cousin. Just a bitter bunion on the backside of humanity, that's what I am. I'll leave you alone.
Are there marshmallows in it?
The little pretty pink and green ones, just like we used to have as children. Remember?
How could I forget?
Here we go, then.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I brought you something else, too.
Mrs. Higginbottom's bedtime tales. I remember Grandma Georgina used to read them to us both.
I'll read one to you if you like.
Oh, would you?
Let's see if we can find a good one, shall we? Ah, here we are. The Giant and Jeremy Crumb.
That's funny. I don't remember that one.
Oh, you will. Once upon a time, there was a tiny little man named Jeremy Crumb who lived in a pumpkin shell. Jeremy worked very hard at the thimble factory, but when he came home at night, he was very sad, for he had no true love to call his own. Then one day, Jeremy met the fair maiden Jane. Jane was tall and beautiful with hair like spun gold, and she loved little Jeremy, even though he only came up to her tuchus. Then the big fat giant from the land of lard showed up. He made jokes about little Jeremy, and Jane laughed and left him and married a Harlem Globetrotter instead. Then little Jeremy swore revenge against the big fat flatulent giant. And now that he's found him, he's going to carve him up into little bite-sized pieces and feed him to the bloody crows. Just as soon as your cast comes off, cousin, it's you and me at sunrise. I challenge you to a duel. And by the way, I hope you enjoy your cocoa. I put a laxative in it.
Good morning.
Hey, honey.
Morning, Mrs. Owens. Can I get you some breakfast?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm in kind of a rush today. I have a job interview.
Hey, that's great, Mom.
Oh, yeah, Marsh? What is it? A new law firm.
No, actually, I'm going to try out to be a Pennsylvania mushroom.
What?
Well, it's sort of like a California raisin, only it's a little more fungusy.
Oh, what are you going to do, Marsh? Lie down on a big pizza?
Dad, do you think Mom's getting enough oxygen?
I wouldn't be too concerned. Some people just take a little longer to find themselves than others, but when they do, they approach life with a whole new sense of vigor and enthusiasm. Morning, Cousin Lynn. Breakfast.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, come on now. I made your favorite, fried oysters and potatoes.
Oh, yes. A Hangtown fry. Very amusing, you twisted little troll.
Hey, what's the matter, big guy? You seem a little edgy this morning.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
Well, your legs sure must be getting better. I must have heard you clump into the bathroom 500 times last night.
Yes, well, my new Reader's Digest came in yesterday. Besides that, my legs all swelled up again, so there.
Now, come on, guys. We're going to be late for school.
Yeah, take it easy, Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah, big guy, don't let things get you down.
And remember what they say, cousin, today is the last day of the rest of your life.
No, that's not it. You mean today's the first day of the rest of your life.
Oh, yes. My mistake.
He'll kill me. He'll kill me not. He'll kill me.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere. You know that idea you gave me yesterday about the flowers and the bowling ball and stuff? Well, I did it, and it worked great. Becky went absolutely nuts. Hey, you're big again.
We're home.
I see that.
It was great, Mr. Belvedere. Galen picked me up from school, and we went to this neat medieval surplus store. Look at all the stuff we got. We got these neat dueling pistols, some swords, some ninja death stars. We even almost got a flamethrower.
Unfortunately, they didn't have a pair.
What a pity. I was beginning to feel a chill.
Come on, Galen. Let's go out and try out the crossbow. Galen said he can shoot the wings off a fly at 200 yards.
Just imagine what I could do with a larger target.
And just think what I could do with a can of Raid, you rancid little witch. Take that, you cretinous carbuncle, and that.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, what are you doing out here? What happened to your cast?
I took it off.
But your leg isn't better yet.
Well, it's not perfect, but it'll do.
Huh? Do what?
Wesley, tomorrow morning at sunrise, my cousin Galen and I are going to have a duel. A duel to the death.
Ah, come on. You expect me to believe that?
Not really. Good night.
Hey, you're not kidding, are you? You guys are really gonna do it.
I'm afraid my cousin's convinced that I slighted him some years ago, and now he demands satisfaction.
But you can't fight Galen. He's better than you. I mean, he's little and fast, and you're big and... not so fast.
Be that as it may, Wesley, I am an Englishman, and I prefer death before dishonor.
Yeah, but you...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to try and figure out this thing.
Here,
What on earth's this?
a bus ticket.
Oh, my. All the way to Akron.
I would have sent you farther, but American Express called in my card.
Don't worry, Wesley. I'll be gone soon enough.
Yeah, as soon as you blow a few holes in Mr. Belvedere.
Well, the choice of weapons is his. I'm merely getting them ready.
Hey, I mean it. I don't want you hurting him.
I'm sorry, Wesley. There's nothing I can do. Once certain events are set in motion, they become unalterable. You cannot reverse them. I'm talking about man's destiny and the forces of the universe.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. The forces of the universe haven't been up against Wesley T. Owens. Hey, George, guess what?
What?
I got the job. So, how do I look?
Like a mushroom.
You really think so? Only trouble is my stem is so tight I feel like I'm wearing a straitjacket.
Maybe you better get used to it.
Oh, congratulations. Mrs. Owens, I'm sure you'll be a fungus Pennsylvania can be proud of.
Thank you, Galen.
Hey, what's with the monkey suit, little guy? Looks like you're going to a funeral.
That certainly is a possibility. Mr. and Mrs. Owens, I must apologize. There may be some unpleasantness this morning, but rest assured, as soon as it's over with, I'll be on my way.
Galen Belvedere, I assume your challenge.
What?
Oh, I get it. It's funny outfit day.
Just a minute, you tin-plated teeny bopper. You can't accept my challenge.
Oh, yeah? That's not what it says here.
Miss Manners' Guide to Combat Etiquette.
It says right there on page 57, in the event the primary opponent becomes ill or incapacitated, his duly appointed second may replace him on the field of honor.
Wait a minute, he's not incapacitated. He told me his leg was fine.
Come on, Mr. Belvedere, just a few more steps.
Oh, Heather, easy. I think something may be broken.
Malingerer, big faker. You're even limping on the wrong leg.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Wesley. Perhaps you could explain the Louisville slugger imprint on my left shin.
Will you please tell me what's going on?
It's Galen. He never really wanted to be our housekeeper. He just came to kill Mr. Belvedere.
What?
In a fair fight, of course. We were going to have a duel earlier this morning.
That was before Vlad the Impaler came along and took me out of the lineup.
This is ridiculous. I will not have two grown men dueling to the death on my carpet.
Tough talk from a toadstool.
Mrs. Owens, we promised to limit the bloodletting to the patio.
We were going to do it on the grass, but we thought Galen might get lost in it.
I'd rather get lost in it than graze in it. Water buffalo.
Shrimp boat.
Tubby the tuber.
Piccolo Pete. Hey,
You
guys.
see, it's idiotic jokes like that poisoned the mind of my fiancée and turned her against me.
Fiancé? What fiancé?
This fiancée here.
You were engaged to Gail Storm?
Gail Storm, that's Gwendolyn Fitzmaurice.
Fitzy, that's not Fitzy. Fitzy had red hair.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, you're thinking of Wanda Grigsby. She had red hair.
Oh, Wanda had no hair, you little twit. She lost it at that Thresher demonstration, remember?
Oh, yes. But all I know is I was going to marry somebody, and then you waddled over and ruined the whole thing. At the Guy Fawkes dance.
You mean that grog-guzzling fiasco way back in 63?
So you do remember.
I remember pulling off Lady Ashley's leg.
I'm just asking her to marry me.
Oh, really? You told me you were climbing for coconuts.
Whoops.
Whoops. You mean I almost got killed over some babe you guys can't even remember?
Yes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
It's not.
No, all my life this man's been insulting me, belittling me, treating me like some kind of freak. I demand satisfaction.
Very well, Galen. If you insist upon this madness, I'll do my best to accommodate you.
Fine.
But before we draw a bead on one another, I think you should know that it was never your size that inspired my insults, but your stature.
What?
You are the most aggravating person I know. Achievement for achievement, exploit for exploit, insult for insult. You have managed to one-up me my whole damn life, and it makes me so mad I could spit. Oh, sorry.
And all this time I thought it was because I was little.
Galen, you're the biggest pain I know.
So does this mean you guys are calling the duel off?
Are you kidding? I wouldn't miss this for the world.
I'm still confused.
Just play.
On my mark. 1, 2, 3. Turn and fire.
Well, Cousin Lynn, I'll be off now.
So soon? The family will be sorry they missed you.
Oh, I'm not so sure. I think they're pretty happy with the Belvedere they've got.
And where are you off to now? The road to Mandalay? Timbuktu?
Akron, actually. Somebody was kind enough to give me a ticket. I hear it's the bowling capital of the world.
Yes. Perhaps you could get a job there as a pin.
Well, I'll be going. Needn't see me to the door.
I won't have to see you at all after tonight.
Cousin, all differences aside, if ever you should feel like returning to England, there'll always be a place for you at Belvedere Castle.
I appreciate that, Galen. Truly.
Just give me 2 weeks' notice. I'll have the drawbridge reinforced. Doodly-pip.
At any rate, all's quiet on the home front, now that my impish cousin Galen is gone. I never thought I'd say it, but I almost miss the little twit. It's always so nice spending time with your family, even if they are out to kill you. Anyway, I shouldn't be too depressed. After all, I still have Wesley. I may not have the insult, but I'll always have the injury.
Critic Tom Shale says it's tremendous television. We may never see anything like it again. It's War and Remembrance, continuing Sunday at 9, 8 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Now, Wendy pulls a fast one on her father. A fake boyfriend stands in for the 10 of us.
I don't think that's appropriate schoolwear.
Mom, it's totally fresh.
Fresh? It's 20 years old.
Mom, fresh means it's better than rad.
I just don't think you should wear it to school.
But it's 60s Day, and I want to be the grooviest looking bird on campus.
Oh, Heather, it's just so revealing. And I won't have any daughter of mine prancing around in something she can't even bend over in.
Morning.
Hi.
Hey, Marsh, isn't that the dress you used to wear with no underwear? Hey, Wes, what you doing?
Homework.
Now, these are women's magazines.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for a recipe. We have to bring one in for home ec class.
Home economics? I thought you were taking wood shop.
Well, I wanted to, but the school board voted that I can't use power tools.
You don't belong in home ec. You're a guy.
So's Mr. Belvedere.
I love the smell of laundry in the morning.
Hey, what kind of example are you setting for the kid?
The same you should be setting for Kevin. Even though he's moved to his own apartment, I still have to do his wash.
What the hell is this?
He wants a pair of Kevin's undershorts.
Looks like Kev had a pretty hot date.
What's that kid doing over there anyway?
Come on, Glenn. Give me a break, will you? This is my last pair, you clothes-sucking furball. One cannot be helping it. It's on a high-fiber diet.
the china never mattered before. Who cared when you drop-kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get turned around and no one spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the status quo. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet.
I can't stand it anymore.
Try dusting the same table for 5 years.
I just can't live with Glenn.
I thought your new roommate's name was Anatole.
It is. Glenn's his goat.
You said your apartment didn't allow pets.
Anatole got off on a technicality. Claimed Glenn was a relative.
Frankly, Kevin, you smell like you hosted a family reunion.
Come on, it's not that bad.
Gee, what stinks? Hi, Kev.
Hi, Dad. Well, I gotta go. I gotta get down to Chetwin's Plumbing Supply.
Oh, yeah? If you're shopping for a new shower head, be sure to use it.
No, it's for my business course. See, we have to observe a real business and see how it works.
Yeah, well, couldn't you observe something a little flashier, like a Ferrari dealership?
I was late to class the day they gave out the assignments. It was either a plumbing warehouse or prisoner delousing. Anyway, I gotta borrow the plunger.
Oh, it's under the sink. Be sure and put it back. Wesley needs it for the Christmas pageant. He wrote his own part this year.
Hey, Ralph, when you're through there, I got a new shipment of copper pipe. Needs to be unpacked.
You got it, boss.
This is the warehouse, Owens. The elbow joint, you might say, the whole company.
Elbow joint. Got it.
Casey.
Hey, Tony! We're paying you by the hour, not the cigarettes.
Hey, Casey.
What do you need, Mr. Palmer?
Casey O'Connell. Kevin Owens. Hi. Casey's our warehouse foreman.
Ah, great. It's about time I got some help. Give Tony a hand with the urinals.
Oh, Kevin isn't here to work. He's from the college. He's here to observe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so be nice to him, and maybe he'll come back and run the place for us when he graduates.
So, what exactly do you do?
I work.
Ah, great. Oh, Miss O'Connell, Fawcett is spelled with a U, not a W.
Look, college boy, let's get a few things straight. This may be playtime for you, but this is my job. I don't work, I don't eat.
Hey, I do understand the concept of work.
Good. Then you can just sit right over there and watch some.
Fine.
You ever build a birdhouse, Belvedere?
No. That's what nests are for.
Is Wesley back yet?
I haven't seen him.
I'm sure wherever he is, someone is regretting it.
He went to the supermarket. It's part of his home economics class. He's trying to see how far he can stretch $1.
I think the lad's in for a rude awakening.
We're back.
What'd you do, Wes? Rob the store?
No, I used coupons.
It took us like an hour to check out. The lady behind us went into labor.
Anyway, Mom, here's your change.
Thank you. $35. I only gave you a 20.
Yeah, I know. See, I only bought things that were on sale, and I had a whole bunch of double coupons, and I went to the store on triple coupon day. They came out owing me money.
Hey, that's great, champ. Why can't you do that, Belvedere?
I could, George, but we'd only end up with a lot of things we don't want or couldn't use.
Not necessarily.
Ho-hos. You bought me ho-hos?
Yep, 12 cartons.
What the hell's going on here? Come on, guys, get your butts back to work.
Morning.
Uh-huh.
I, got you this.
Yeah?
Well, you know, you and I, we kind of got off on the wrong foot, and I wanted you to know I was an okay kind of guy, and so are you.
Okay.
Aren't you going to open it? It's a coffee cup.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, sorry I left the seat up.
Casey, to the loading dock. Casey, to the loading dock.
Casey. I'll get it. Warehouse, Owen speaking. Yeah, sure, I can take an order. What do you need? 400 sump pumps. Hey, no problem. We'll ship them right out. You want them gift wrapped? Okay.
What was that all about?
Oh, I just moved 400 sump pumps.
From where to where?
Well, from us to Septic City. If we get them there by 5 o'clock, they'll even waive the volume discount.
Great. There's only one little problem. We don't have any pumps, sump or otherwise. We're back ordered till January.
Oh.
Yeah, so now I have to go back to Septic City and try to clean up your stupid mess, all because you just wanted to play plumber's helper.
Hey, I made a mistake, all right? You don't have to jump down my throat.
Why not? They're going to be jumping down mine.
Look, I'm sorry. I mean, what can I say?
Nothing. You don't have to say a thing, so why don't you just go and
sit over there.
Fat. 328 milligrams. Yeah, sodium. 74 milligrams. Overcooked veggies. Nutritional value, Zippola. I'm sorry, Mr. Belvedere, but I'm going to have to write you up.
What are you supposed to be? The food police?
No, I'm just going by the Surgeon General's guidelines. Frankly, for this meal, you'd get the chair.
Now, just a minute. Let me remind you that I've cooked for everyone, from Gandhi to Winston Churchill.
Yeah, and they're all dead. Well, at least one thing's edible.
Your sister will be delighted to hear that. She's tie-dyeing a T-shirt.
Go fish.
Please, to be stopping that. You're stinking up whole joint.
No, he is sticking up whole joints.
I am not talking to you until you come down off your low horse.
Reeks. My apartment reeks.
Your apartment?
Yeah.
Is 50-50 split.
Ah, see, now you're getting it. I want your 50 to split.
No way, Habib. Glenn likes it here.
Glenn does not get a vote.
Oh, this is a fine how do you do it. I plan big party and you want us out.
What party?
Oh, it's big blow-up for all foreign exchange students.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It's Rimsky-Korsakov's birthday.
Hey, I don't care whose corset Rimsky ripped off. I want you and that car-carrying stink bomb out of here.
Don't hold your nose.
And while we're at it, I thought you said you were going to keep that bearded trash compactor out of my room.
I say a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I take enough abuse at work from hard-hatted Hannah. I don't need to come home to hoof jam on my bedspread. Yeah.
You guys want to keep it down in there?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
What? Since when?
This morning.
All right, let me get this straight. You actually live here?
Mm-hmm. Right next door.
Oh, that's great. No, really, that's terrific. I mean, there must be 1,000 other buildings you could have moved into. Why'd you have to move here?
I didn't see a sign with your name on it. Although I should have recognized your smell.
Hey, it's not my smell. It's the goat's.
You're roasting one?
I live with one.
Oh, so that's what you college clowns are into these days.
You know, you really have a big problem.
Yeah? Well, at least I'm paying my own way.
And what is that supposed to mean?
You go to college full-time and can afford this place. You don't need a PhD to figure out Mommy and Daddy are footing the bills.
Well, you know, they help a little, but I do the rest. You're acting like I'm privileged or something.
Master Kevin, your laundry.
Chef Wesley has informed me that dinner will be delayed.
Oh. No, look, I think it's a wonderful idea. When he's older, he'll be glad he can cook for himself.
That's assuming they allow him a hot plate in his cell.
What's he making anyway?
He wouldn't let me see. My best guess is he's boiling fish sticks.
I say it's 50-50. We all end up with botulism.
Yeah, now your brother's working very hard on this meal.
Your mother's quite right. So just spit it in your napkin and I'll whip up something later.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you too, Heather, dinner is served.
You okay, big guy? You left before dessert.
What was it?
Oh, he called it something French. But it had all kinds of chocolate, strawberry sauce, lots of fluffy whipped cream. It was pretty good.
Yes, well, I wasn't hungry.
Oh, is that why there's 4 empty boxes of ho-hos on the ground?
It grieves me to say this, but I think I'm jealous of Wesley.
Why?
It's my own fault. I've grown complacent.
Hey, you're big boned. You can get away with it.
George, I mean I've grown lazy in the kitchen.
Big guy, you're just in a slump. You got to get a bigger lead off first.
George.
And keep your cleats up when you go into your slide.
George, I
and try to keep the dirt out of your mouth when you dive for home.
George, I don't know when I've been so moved.
Okay, pal. Just remember, don't let yourself get psyched out before you step up to the plate. The dinner plate, I mean.
You're right, George. That's exactly what I've been doing. I've let that pint-sized Wolfgang Puck scare me out of my own kitchen.
Hey, where are you going?
To hit a home run. Over there. Young Owens,
Yeah?
this kitchen isn't big enough for the both of us.
It isn't big enough for the both of you.
I demand satisfaction.
Huh?
I challenge you to a cook-off.
I don't smell smoke.
Excuse me?
You're banging on my wall, pal. This place better be on fire.
Hey, your music's too loud.
It's heavy metal. It's supposed to be.
Come on, Casey, will you cut me some slack? I've got 2 tests tomorrow. My jerk of a roommate finally took his stupid goat to the drive-in, and now I have to go head-to-head with the wicked witch of the plumbing world.
What's the matter? Are you afraid you might flunk out and have to work for a living?
Come on, Casey. I go to school all day. When I come home, I have to study.
Come on, Kevy. I work all day. When I come home, I need to relax.
Okay. Now, I have tried to be nice. But frankly, boss, you are crowding me.
Well, now you know how I feel at work.
I'm standing right here.
Was this your stupid idea?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you run it by me first?
Well, there wasn't time.
Thanks.
Owens, I don't mind telling you, I thought this was pretty crazy when you came up with it. But by golly, it's beautiful. It's sort of like the ice capades.
Mr. Palmer, we're not really going to keep doing this, are we?
Are you kidding? The orders keep flying out of here.
Owens, I'm going to get you for this.
This is a straw that broke the camel's back.
Oh, relax, Kevin. There are no camels here. I think I can horses.
Listen, I want you, your friends, and their barnyard buddies out of here.
Loosen up, Rumi. We're having a party.
Yeah. I don't give a Hungarian zitherpick what you're having. You're gone.
No.
What did you say?
I said no. You're going to have to make me, homeboy.
No problem. Ouch. Okay, who's next? Come on. That's right.
You are stinking American pigskin.
I'll go along with that stinking part.
What happened to you?
Oh, well, thanks to your little roller skating scheme, I fell and broke my ankle.
Look, I'm sorry.
Not as sorry as I am. I'm going to be out of work for 8 weeks. How am I supposed to pay my rent on workman's comp?
Well, how should I know?
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before you started playing roller derby.
Here, why don't you sit down and yell at me?
Fine. Just don't touch me, okay?
Hey, look, I'm just trying to help.
Oh, I think you've done enough already, college boy.
No, what is it with you, Casey? All right, maybe I messed up your foot, but you have been on my case with all this college stuff since day one.
Well, how would you feel if every time you were up for a promotion, some college punk strolled in and took it away from you?
Oh, so that's what this is all about. You think I want your job? I don't want your crummy job.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Rosy Future, but that crummy job is all I've got. All I'm ever gonna get.
Well, look, it's just maybe you should quit blaming college for all your problems and try going there yourself.
Forget it. That's stupid. I can't afford college. I can't even afford to pay my rent.
Yeah. Well, why don't you move in here?
What?
Well, look, I mean, you need a place to stay, and I need a roommate. Besides, boss, I owe you one.
I'd like to tell you to take a flying leap. But frankly, I've got nothing better.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
Okay, but no funny stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't dream of it. And no playing the stereo when I'm trying to study.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, and no overnight guests.
And no overnight goats.
That's my banner.
I have first dibs. It's 9 o'clock and I gotta eat something. It's empty.
We're using everything for the cook-off.
Well, can you hurry up? Dad's starting to gnaw at the table.
We're keeping the judges waiting.
Good food takes time, but I guess you wouldn't know that.
You're going to have to eat those words, you little twit. And they'll taste far better than your food.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
On guard.
Dinner is served.
May the best chef win.
Don't worry, Wesley, I will.
Hey, where'd everyone go?
Oh.
Hi, guys. Boy, am I stuck. You guys already ate?
Already? It's after 11. You guys can cook till dawn. We went out for some chili dogs.
But what about all this food?
Oh, don't worry. We'll just pop it in the microwave and have it tomorrow.
Pop it in the microwave. What a fanciful notion.
Anybody even know where the bicarbonate is?
I'll race you.
Oh. Now we'll never know who's best.
Actually, we wouldn't have anyway. I sabotaged your stroganoff.
Well, to be truthful, I put the fish heads back in your bouillabaisse. Wesley, you didn't do anything to the turkey, did you?
Uh-uh. Did you mess with my prime rib?
Never laid a glove on it.
Bet I can eat more than you.
There's one born every minute.
Mr. Belvedere will continue in a moment.
I'm not quite sure what's going on at Kevin's apartment, but at least his laundry is no longer in tatters. It did, however, include a pair of lace panties. There's either a healthy, rational explanation for this, or a good movie of the week. As for Wesley, he has conceded that I am the undisputed king of the kitchen. In turn, I magnanimously allowed him to win our grand eat-off.
Mr. Belvedere, I feel sick.
I feel just dandy.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, hints that murder with a homosexual backdrop was behind the USS Iowa tragedy. But apparently none of that happened. How did the story surface?
Monday, when a field trip becomes a matter of life and death, it's MacGyver's greatest challenge.
Gooberson died.
Who?
Lamar Gooberson, the fattest man in the world. It says when he died, he weighed over 1,200 pounds. They had to bury him in a piano crate.
Wow. Gee, I wonder who the fattest man in the world is now.
Good morning, everyone.
See you guys. I gotta get down to the station.
Huh? But you don't have to do the news until tonight.
I know. I just got a call from the Barbara Collins show. Somebody fell through, so they need another guest. Pronto.
And they're sending you to pick him up?
No, I'm it. I guess they want me to dazzle them with a few of my sports stories.
Oh, that's great, honey. Barbara Collins has the #1 show in Pittsburgh.
At least she did. Good luck, George.
Yeah, knock 'em dead.
Good luck, guys. Thanks, guys. I just hope I do as good as the guy who canceled.
Who was that, Dad?
I don't know. I think it was that Michael Jackson guy.
Streaks on the china, never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get turned around and no one spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the status quo. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet.
So, Drysdale looks at me and says, "What do you mean pull over? I thought you were driving."
Oh, George, that is absolutely marvelous. Now, come on, George, give us the lowdown. Do you really think the Pirates are going to leave Pittsburgh?
Oh, I hope not, Barbara, because if they do, it's really going to upset their fan.
Oh, there, we're out of time. On behalf of my co-host Brad and myself, I would like to thank all our guests today, especially sportscaster George Owens, who is the most fabulous guest we've had on here for a long, long time. Bye, everybody. Well, thanks, George. That was terrific. I really appreciate your filling in on such short notice.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Miss Collins.
Please call me Barbara.
Hey, George, you done real good.
Brad, I believe the grown-ups were talking.
Oh, sorry, Barb. Well, I'll just wait in your dressing room.
Fine.
Anyway, thanks again for having me. Maybe we can do it again sometime.
Okay. How about tomorrow?
Huh?
I'll see you here at 8.
Hey, where have you guys been?
At the mall. I figured it was time to get Wes some new clothes.
Oh, yeah? What'd you get?
I'm wearing them.
That stuff looks just as nerdy as the other junk you wear.
Hey, well, I think he looks very handsome. I'll go put the rest of this stuff up in your room. Thanks, Mom. What are you laughing at?
You look like Dennis the Menace.
Huh?
Wes, don't you see what Mom's doing? You're her youngest, her little baby. And she's still dressing you like one.
What do you mean? It's not like I'm wearing a diaper or anything.
Go ahead, Wes, yuck it up. But you're in junior high now, and pretty soon everybody's going to be laughing at you.
Yeah, I guess you're right. So what should I do?
Just leave everything to me. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I am proud to present the new, improved, and incredibly hip Wesley T. Owens 488.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Well, it sounds like him. Maybe it's part of the FBI's witness relocation program.
What happened to all the clothes I just bought him?
We took him back. Doesn't he look great?
He just looks so grown up. What happened to my little baby? Mom, I'm 12. Get a life. I don't know. It's times like this that I almost wish I had another one.
Mrs. Owens, please, for the sake of mankind, don't.
Then you add some finely chopped cilantro to your diced tomatoes, peppers, and onions, which gives your souffle an exciting Mexican flair.
Mexican food is good.
Quiet, Brad. Well, I don't know about you, George, but I am a complete disaster in the kitchen. Do you do any cooking at home?
Oh, actually, I make a pretty mean bowl of chili.
Huh?
At least that's what the survivors tell me.
Now, George, fun is fun, but you're falling down on the job.
Oh, sorry, Estelle, the cooking lady.
Now, how much milk does it say that we need to put?
It says here 1/2 cup.
1/2 cup.
And a pinch of salt.
And a pinch of salt.
And then you take 2 eggs.
Then you take 2 eggs.
And you crack them over your head.
And you crack them over your head.
We'll be back with more of Estelle the cooking lady, I think, after this word from our sponsor. Oh, my Skip, look who's here.
Oh, hey, guys. I was just going over some copy for tonight.
Oh, you're still doing sports? I didn't think Mr. Talk Show had the time.
Yeah, well, I think I'm finished doing the Barbara Collins show, especially after that egg business this morning.
It's probably just as well.
Believe me, the further away you stay from the spider lady, the better.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I hate to spread stuff like this around, but Barbara's sort of a man-eater.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, first she has a guy on as a guest, and then she makes him her co-host.
Then she chews him up and spits him out. Patooey.
Oh, come on. You guys are nuts.
George, 6 months ago, Brad was a guest on Barbara's show, too.
So?
So he came on to give a pool cleaning demonstration.
Well, see you guys.
Hey, where are you going, Brad?
Oh, I just got canned. Well, Barbara said she was only holding me back, so I'm going out to California to try out for the Tonight Show. Here comes Johnny.
That's great, Brad.
Yeah, best of luck.
Hey, Brad. If you're not going to be co-host anymore, who is?
Oh, George.
Here's your coffee, Mrs. Owens.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Belvedere. Mr. Belvedere?
Yes, ma'am.
This is double Dutch mocha. I wanted Swiss orange mint.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me draw you a map to the kitchen.
See you guys. Wes and I are going to the movies. Come on, Wes. We're going to be late.
I'm coming.
Well, ciao, people.
What are you wearing? I didn't buy you that.
I bought it. I needed something for after 6. Que bella luna!
Hey, guys.
Oh,
Hello, George.
honey, everybody saw you on the show this morning. You were wonderful.
Yeah, especially when you made Estelle, the cooking lady, break that egg on her head. That was great.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't believe she was that stupid.
So, did Barbara Collins say anything? Is she going to have you back on the show?
Yeah. In fact, she asked me to be her new co-host.
George, that's great.
Oh, well done, George.
What happened to the pool guy?
Oh, he sort of went down the drain.
So, what did you tell her? Are you going to do it?
Actually, I don't have much of a choice. The station manager pretty much said whatever Barbara wants, Barbara gets.
Well, I say she picked herself a winner and that we all go out and celebrate.
Splendid idea. Oh, George, I didn't know you were out here.
Hey, Belvedere. If you're looking for that salami you hid in the drain pipe, Wes and I already got it.
You're up rather late, aren't you?
I couldn't sleep.
Oh, it's only natural to be nervous before assuming a new position.
Yeah, real funny. No, it's just this Barbara Collins broad.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got more in mind than me just sitting next to her in a chair.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Well, are you certain about this? I mean, she didn't actually proposition you, did she?
No, not exactly. It's just I sort of heard she has this reputation.
And where did you hear this? In gym? Look, George, you shouldn't pay any mind to this sort of idle gossip.
Yeah, I know.
And in the unlikely event that she does make advances, simply tell her you're not that kind of co-host.
Thanks, big guy.
Well, at least they didn't find the backup.
Hey, guys. Honey, what happened to your pants?
Looks like someone's finally off his fashion kick.
Are you kidding? These are Chateau Latouche jeans. They were pre-shredded in Paris.
Wesley, don't you think you're getting a little carried away with all this sartorial splendor?
No. And that reminds me, I've been meaning to have a word with you about this sweater thing.
Gentleman's quarterly?
Yeah, if I were you, I'd check out the Spring Portly preview.
All right, folks, we're out of time. Let's hear it for our very special guest, the fabulous Bernard and his amazing beard of bees.
Listen, Bernie, I'm really sorry about pulling out that bit of honey. I didn't think it'd get the little buggers so worked up.
Good show today, George, as always.
Gee, thanks, Barbara.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real pleasure to work with a man who's a little older, more sophisticated than these towel boys they usually straddle me with.
You mean saddle you with?
Whatever. Anyway, I have been mulling over some great new ideas for the show, and I thought we might get together and discuss them.
Oh, sure.
Huh? No, I don't mean here. No, I thought we could go to my dressing room. You know, where we won't feel so inhibited.
Oh, gee, it sounds great, Barb, but I got a sports report coming up in about 8 hours, so I better get cracking. I mean, you know how hectic things get around here during basketball season.
George, Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team.
Hey, that's right. And I think it's high time people knew why.
Okay, Tam, which story do you like best? Boy raised by dogs wins best of show, or productivity up at clothing optional steel mill?
Gee, I don't know, Skip. They both sound pretty tasteless.
Yeah, I know. God, I love sweeps.
Hi, guys.
Hi, George.
So, how's it going with Cruella DeVille?
I just got to get out of that co-host thing before she drives me nuts. Stick to sports where I belong.
Uh-oh.
Oh, George, no, as of today, I'm doing sports.
Huh? Why?
Well, apparently Barbara convinced the station manager that your sports job was interfering with your co-host responsibilities.
Okay. That's it. I'm going to give that broad a piece of my mind.
I don't think she'll settle for that.
Come in, George.
We got to talk.
Fine. But first, a toast. We have to celebrate.
Celebrate what?
George, do you know what's in these envelopes?
Alimony?
Fan mail, George. Lots and lots of wonderful fan mail. And it's all for you.
Oh, yeah?
Huh? You're a hit, George. People like you. They want to see more of you. I mean, they can feel your strength, your very essence, as it comes bursting through that TV screen. They just can't wait to turn you on.
Hold it!
Problem, George?
Look, this isn't why I came in here.
Oh? Well, why did you come in here?
I don't remember.
Look, George, I think I know what's troubling you, and I understand perfectly.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Being naughty in the dressing room, it's just so tacky. So why don't we make it tomorrow night for dinner?
No.
Say around 8, my place.
Forget it.
Which do you prefer, white wine or red?
I'm not coming.
Must be white.
Oh, this is all my fault. I created a monster.
I presume you're referring to our own little Wesley-O Armani.
You know what he's doing now? Hanging out at the mall, making fun of the way people are dressed.
I was simply trying to give people a few pointers.
Oh, yeah? Like when you yelled, "Hey, babe, you look great in paisley. It matches your complexion." Oh, real funny, Mr. Belvedere. That's what he said to me.
Wesley, apologize to your sister.
I'm sorry, Heather. Your complexion's fine.
Thank you.
But what are we going to do about those hips?
Oh,
hi, honey.
Look who's here. Hello, George.
Hi. So what brings you by?
Oh, nothing much. I just wanted to drop off a little paperwork and tell your delightful wife about our plans for dinner tomorrow night.
I'm so sorry I can't make it, but I have an appointment with a client in Harrisburg.
Oh, I can always make it some other time.
Oh, no. Don't be silly. You two, you just go on ahead. Anyway, I have some paperwork of my own to do, so it was very nice meeting you, Barbara.
You too, Marcia. Your wife is very attractive, George.
Thanks.
Maybe we can find a place for her on the show. How does Marcia the legal lady sound?
What are you doing here?
Oh, come on. Don't be such a grumpy puss.
Okay, that's it. I quit. Go get yourself a lifeguard or something. But I'm going back to sports.
Oh, really? Where? Altoona? Well, look, if you expect to do sports or anything else in this town, you had better play ball with me. Do I make myself clear?
More coffee, Miss Collins?
Oh, no, thank you. I was just leaving.
Oh.
Oh, George, see what you can do with this guest list, We've had another cancellation. Good night.
Oh, good night.
Good night.
She seems nice.
What am I going to do, Belvedere? If I don't hit her sheets tomorrow night, I'll be hitting the bricks the next morning.
That certainly is a problem.
Yeah,
And if I were in your shoes, I would simply try to deal with one problem at a time. I think we should start with the guest list.
Morning, Barb. You were looking for me?
Yeah, I got this morning's breakdown. We don't have any guests.
Oh, sure we do. I got a great show all lined up, just like you told me to.
Oh? Who'd we get?
It's a surprise. Kind of a theme show dedicated just to you.
Really?
I just wanted to do something to show my appreciation for all you've done for me and all I'm about to do to you.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
1 minute, Miss Collins.
We'll finish this later. Good morning. Welcome to the Barbara Collins Show. Now, normally, this is where I tell you who my guests are going to be. But you know what? I haven't got a clue. But I think this rascal here's got something up his sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, George Owens.
Ah, thanks, Barb. You know, you've been an institution here in Pittsburgh for 15 fabulous years. And I thought, wouldn't it be great to take a look back with a few special friends and show the people out there what Barbara Collins is really like?
Oh, George, I don't know what to say.
Oh, you just wait, Barbara Collins, because this is your sex life. Brad Buckley, pool cleaner, co-host, 87, 88. Biff Braddock, cable installer, co-host, 86, 87.
Oh, my God.
Steve Savage, aerobics instructor, co-host, 85, 86.
What the hell do you think you're doing? You're going to ruin me.
At least we'll have something to talk about at dinner.
George, I want them out of here.
I want off your show.
Fine.
I want my sports job back.
You got it.
How about a raise and a new contract?
Anything, I'll type it up myself. Just get them out of here.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a short break, but don't go away, because we're coming right back.
Come on. What happened to you guys?
What do you mean, us? What happened to you?
I made fun of some ninth grader's outfit at Burger Town, so he decked me. I guess when it comes to clothes, I learned my lesson.
You mean that's all that it took? I could have done that.
So why are we dressed like this?
I don't know, but you guys look pretty stupid. See you later.
I don't care how we look. I say we go out for pizza. Dateline Beaver Falls. I'm pleased to report George is now happily back at the sports desk. His fidelity is still intact. As for Miss Collins, last I heard, she was the new host of Good Morning Scranton. I wish the male population of that fine city all the luck in the world. They'll need it. As for Wesley, he finally learned that clothes indeed do not make the man. Although if you wear the right outfit long enough, it will change you a little.
I'm Ted Koppel. Later on Nightline, when you have them, you take them for granted. When you don't, they become the most critical thing in your life. Our focus tonight, human rights.
Tomorrow on ABC's College Basketball, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels take on the Arizona Wildcats live at 1.
My parents signed the consent form so I can go.
Back to Pluto, I hope.
Angela and I want to help the homeless of Pittsburgh, so we're going to volunteer to shelter downtown.
Oh?
Yeah, we're going to cook them breakfast.
I thought you wanted to help the homeless, not kill them.
I think what you're doing is very laudable.
Well, we both have been very fortunate. Hi, Wes. Hi, Mr. Bellyflop.
Angela?
My parents signed the consent form so I can go.
Back to Pluto, I hope.
Angela and I want to help the homeless of Pittsburgh, so we're going to volunteer to shelter downtown.
Oh?
Yeah, we're going to cook them breakfast.
I thought you wanted to help the homeless, not kill them.
I think what you're doing is very laudable.
Well, we both have been very fortunate, and we want to do something for people who have less than us. Not only that, we get out of study hall.
Angela, your compassion is an inspiration to us all.
Can I go too?
What for?
Maybe I'll meet a hobo and he can teach me how to hop a freight to nowhere.
I'll teach you, Wesley. I'll even give you a little boost.
Come on, George, we're going to be late for the funeral.
There's been a passing?
Oh, yes, Barney, one of George's golfing buddies. I'm afraid George is taking it kind of hard.
Let's hit it.
I've never seen him look so devastated.
George.
Hey, I know what you're going to say. This isn't right for a funeral.
Not unless it's for Bubbles the chimp.
Look, all the pallbearers are dressing like this.
Oh, what's the minister wearing? Bermuda shorts?
Barney wanted his funeral on a golf course. It's where he spent his happiest hours.
I'm sorry, George. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. A funeral is a solemn event.
That's right. Come on, Marsh. We're riding in the lead golf cart.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Hey, Ange, how's my French toast moving? Great. I think they really like it.
Hey, am I supposed to eat this or resole my shoes with it?
How are you girls doing?
Okay, I guess, except I didn't know we'd be so busy. Yeah, where do all these people come from?
Same place that we do, except somewhere they got off the track. Job loss, disability, mental illness, drug abuse.
I had a cousin who was homeless, but he just forgot his zip code.
Why don't I spell you here and you girls can go clear some tables?
Wow, Heather, we already got a promotion. Right. Let me help you with that.
Hands off, Blondie.
I
going to take anything.
Sure, you and the cops, welfare and the feds. Everybody wants my stuff.
Sorry. So, do you wear contacts? Just trying to make conversation.
Napkin, 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 napkin.
Did you lose this?
Oh, my earring, thanks.
You're welcome. My name's Tom.
Oh, I'm Heather.
This your first day?
Yeah. Some pretty strange people around here.
Yeah, huh?
I don't know whether I should be scared of them or feel sorry for them.
Yeah, me neither.
So how long have you been a volunteer?
Oh, I'm not. I live here.
Oh, hi, Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, back from the fairway farewell?
Yeah.
Actually, it was a very nice service.
Yeah, until some bozo sliced his drive into the casket.
Oh, I'm going to soak my feet. That's the last time I wear heels in a sand trap.
I'm sorry about your friend, George. Were you close?
Yeah, he was in my foursome at the club. He'd always shave off a stroke at the par fives. Back at the clubhouse, we'd play a little poker. He'd cheat. Leave when he was ahead. Sign my name on his tab.
Friends like that are hard to find.
It's just, here's a guy about my age. Makes you think.
Certainly does. About what?
You know, life and death.
Well, George, we live and then we die.
Speak for yourself.
My point is not to worry. While we have life, we should enjoy it.
I guess you're right, big guy. No point moping.
Hey, Dad, want to toss it around?
What are you trying to do, kill me?
Angela, I need some plates. Here you go.
Hi, Tom.
Oh, hi, Heather. Like my new shirt?
It's real nice.
I found it in the dumpster. People throw away really good stuff.
So you got a date?
No, I'm going on a job interview.
Oh, isn't this your job?
Oh, I'm just helping out while I stay here. I like to keep busy.
Oh. Well, good luck at your interview. You must be pretty excited, huh?
Yeah, I haven't had a real job in 2 years.
2 whole years? That's awful.
Well, it's hard when they ask for an address and phone number and you don't have an address and phone number.
Hi. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself to you yesterday. I'm Angela.
Good for you.
You know, just because you have a terrible, miserable life of hopelessness doesn't mean you can't say a friendly hello.
What makes you think my life's so miserable?
Well, you live on the streets. You're dirty and grungy and kind of smelly. No offense.
None taken. Besides, you're the one who stinks.
What?
That perfume. It's just another product of the capitalist consumer conspiracy.
No, it's Forever Crystal.
Look, Blondie, everything I need in the world is right here where I can get at it. Real simple.
You make it sound like living this way is good.
I'm totally free and unfettered by the trappings of modern civilization. Can you say that?
No, but I can say rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Hi, Dad. Finally returning that plunger I borrowed.
Oh, you didn't have to, Kev. It was sort of a housewarming gift.
Gee, thanks.
You know how to read these blood pressure things?
Oh, yeah, I learned how when I was a nurse's aide. You're 30/10.
Is that good?
Not really. You're dead.
I ordered 8 years of Time magazine for this stupid thing.
Come on, Dad. What are you worried about? You seem like a healthy kind of guy.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Then again, you never know.
What do you mean?
Well, when I worked at the hospital, there was this guy about your age. He came in for a hair transplant. An hour later, he was on a slab in the morgue.
Yeah?
And another guy, he had an ingrown toenail. Next day, they were spreading his ashes over the Monongahela.
Huh?
Whoops, gotta get to class. Hey, listen, I'll come back later and tell you about some more dead guys. See ya.
Expecting a close encounter? Well, you hardly touched your dinner, although you sculpted it very well.
I saw Doc Elliott this afternoon.
I hope it's not bad news.
I'm in perfect health.
Oh, George, I am sorry.
I don't understand. Barney had a checkup from Doc Elliott a week before he croaked, and he was fine, too.
Any idea what caused Barney's sudden demise?
He died in the saddle.
Oh, you mean horseback riding?
No. You know, between the fluffy whites.
He fell into a meringue?
He died in bed with his wife.
Oh, you mean chiming Big Ben?
Whatever.
George, it was a fluke.
Yeah, but it was a fluke that killed him.
Oh, it's such a clear and beautiful night. All the stars are out. It's kind of romantic. I'll be upstairs.
Hi, everyone. I brought a surprise. Homemade cookies. I didn't bake them. Hello again.
Look who's here. Little Mary Sunstroke.
Looks like you got a lot of stuff in there.
Yep. Place for everything and everything in its place.
Thanks. Hi, Tom. I brought you a cookie.
Oh, thanks.
So did you get the job?
Oh, nah. There must have been 100 people there. I didn't stand a chance.
You'll do better next time.
Tom, these are for you.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Williams. You're very nice.
I feel terrible about this.
Oh, that's okay. A rule is a rule.
What's going on?
It's our policy here at the shelter. People can only stay 2 weeks.
It's not fair.
Heather, we have to turn away dozens of people every day. That's not fair either.
Hey, I'll be okay. I got a great spot under the turnpike. Nobody took it.
Come on in, Tom.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Don't worry. You'll stay in the attic. No one will ever know you're here.
Hello, Heather.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
How did my cookies go over?
Great, Mr. Belvedere. Well, good night.
Brazil nuts.
Huh?
That's the secret to the recipe. I got it after a wild weekend in Rio with Mrs. Fields.
Well, good night.
Anything wrong?
Why should something be wrong?
No reason. But if Wesley had that look on his face, I'd be sleeping tonight with a gun.
George, where are you going now?
I'm going to make a sandwich.
Another one?
I had Chinese for lunch. Go to sleep.
That was close.
You mind? I need my binoculars. Henrietta Huffnagel left her blinds open.
Okay.
Here. Is something going on?
No?
Is there someone hiding in the closet?
Yeah, there's a man in there. Some guy I picked up off the street.
Guess that's the only way you're gonna get one.
Oh, no, Marsh, not the feather trick.
Good morning.
Hey, get that thing out of my face.
I'm sorry, George. I just love doing that. I always have.
Guess I fell asleep watching the tube.
You're trying to avoid something else?
Morning.
Bingo.
I waited up for you.
Yeah, well, I think I'm coming down with a cold. I don't want to spread it around.
I'd say you're spreading it around rather well.
I think I better go up and take some aspirin or something.
I hope I don't have to sleep alone again tonight.
Don't look at me.
I don't know if this is going to work, Heather.
Oh, yes, it will. At least until we can find you a job. Here, look. Here's one that pays $25,000 a year with medical benefits, full dental, and daycare.
Where is it?
Divisional Multi-System Program Analyst. I don't know what it is either.
Oh, I'll get it.
Oh, no, Tom, you're supposed to stay here, remember? Coming. Hi, Ange. Come on in. Hi. What is all this? It's my stuff. Now I'm in total control of my life. Everything I need is right here. My clothes, my books, my records, even Mr. Beaver. Angela, get real. Hi, Tom.
Oh, hi, Angela. Like a shopping cart.
Thanks. I got it in the supermarket. Tom, what are you doing?
Just helping out.
I told you have to stay in the attic or they'll find you.
Oh, that's right.
Is it me or does Tom seem a little weird? Why don't you ask Mr. Beaver? Come on, Angela. I'll drive to the store.
When did I polish this?
Hey, big guy. Is the coast clear?
Yes, George. Your wife is upstairs taking another cold shower.
Good. Why can't she leave me alone?
Beats the hell out of me.
Hey, it's not just Marcia either. All of a sudden, every woman I meet wants my bot. My secretary, some meter maid, even the cashier at Lumberama. She tried to slip me a free can of spackle.
George, I think you're just imagining all this because you're obsessed with Whoopi.
Hi, my name's Yvette, and I'm selling waterless cookware. Is your wife available?
No.
Want to steam some vegetables?
I guess you're just a meat and potatoes man.
Hi, Mr. Botulism.
Hello, Angela. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure there's an irrational explanation for it.
You mean this? These are all my earthly belongings. I've dropped out of society.
I'll drink to that.
Now I'm free. Free as the breeze.
That must be what I hear whistling between your ears.
Hi, Aunt. Hi, Ed.
Oh, hello, Heather. I want to thank you for all that extra cleaning that you've been doing.
Huh?
Well, you know, the banisters, the window blinds, the lampshades. That was you, wasn't it?
Well, sure. Who else could it be? Maybe it was Tom. Angela. Sorry, it couldn't have been Tom. He stays in the attic all day.
For crying out loud, Marsh. Get your mind out of the gutter. Hi, nice jacket. Who the hell are you?
I'm Tom. I live here. Who are you?
Oh, I see you two have met.
So I brought Tom here until I could get him a job in a place of his own.
I thought I heard noises in the attic. I just assumed that's where you were sleeping.
Well, I thought we had a squirrel up there. I even put out some poison pellets.
My God, I thought those were licorice bits.
Hey, everybody, there's some guy up in the attic.
We know, Wes. You do?
He's a homeless man your sister's been trying to hide.
You mean you were telling me the truth? You're really warped.
Hey, look, kitten, I feel sorry for the guy, but he just can't stay here.
But he's not bothering anyone.
Heather, your heart is in the right place, but I'm afraid your father's right.
Don't get mad at Heather. It's my fault.
Hey, look, Tom. We're not blaming you or anyone else. I know times are tough.
Well, here's your clothes, Mr. Owens.
Oh, no, you keep them. And, here's a couple of bucks for you.
No, thanks. I already ate your food and stayed at your house.
Well, so does Belvedere, and we pay him.
Take it, Tom.
Thanks. Maybe I can buy some new boots.
Wait, Tom, maybe you can stay with Angela.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
So what are we going to do? Just throw him out?
Heather.
Oh, sure. Give him a few bucks, forget about him, and maybe the problem will go away. Well, it won't. There are a million of Toms out there, and no one even gives a damn. What kind of world is this? Tom? Tom? Mr. Belvedere, what is this place?
It's a residential hotel. Mind the concierge?
Well, wait a second. That's the shelter's address in case he needs a meal.
Ah, here we are.
Tom.
Hi, Heather. Hi, Mr. Belvedere. Come on in.
Thank you.
Like my new apartment?
You live here?
Well, it's not as nice as your attic, but it's all I could afford on my new salary.
You mean you found a job?
Mr. Belvedere got me a job at Donut World.
I carry a lot of weight around there.
Right now I mix the dough, but if I do good, they'll let me dip them in chocolate icing and put sprinkles on them and maybe even squirt jelly in the jelly donuts. What's the matter, Heather? You look sad.
It's just the newspaper's filled with all these really good jobs. Better than working in some donut shop.
I can't get those jobs. They said I wasn't qualified.
Yeah, but you could get into a job training program or something.
And I like my job. It's fun. Besides, I get to meet a lot of nice policemen.
Yeah, but Tom, with a better job, you could afford a really nice place. Don't you want a balcony and a stereo and a trash compactor?
Gee, I got a roof over my head and a bed to sleep in with blankets and everything. I thought I was doing pretty good.
You know something? You're right. You're doing great. I'm really proud of you.
Heather, I think it's time we should go. Tom has to be up early in the morning.
Yeah, I got to be at Donut World at 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there at 4:15. Nice.
Thanks, Mr. Belvedere, for getting him that job. It was really nice of you. I just wish there was more I could do.
Oh, Heather. If everybody cared as much as you did, there'd be far less people sleeping in cardboard boxes and on steam grates.
Why should anyone have to sleep on a steam grate?
Why, indeed.
Hi, George.
Uh-oh.
I was at the club today. Guess what happened?
You made a hole-in-one and they gave you a free divot fixer?
I had lunch with the wives of your golfing buddies.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you know how girls talk. Well, it seems like we've all been feeling a little neglected lately.
What do you know?
And there's this rumor going around about what really happened to Barney. I was beginning to think it was me.
Belvedere!
You went shopping. At the movies with Heather.
Actually, my heart's starting to pound.
It's a muscle. It needs exercise.
What if I die?
You'll have a smile on your face.
You know, come to think of it, so did Barney.
Mr. Belvedere will be right back.
Heather continues to volunteer at the shelter. Tom stops by from time to time, usually with a generous donation from Donut World. Meanwhile, the supermarket reclaimed Angela's shopping cart, leaving her with no choice but to return to civilization. Talk about paradise lost. As for George, he somehow survived his close encounter with Marcia.
And since then, I haven't seen much of either of them. Paradise Regained. To celebrate this season of goodwill, the Owenses have pleasantly surprised me by agreeing to be on their best behavior. From all of us, happy holidays!
Let me help.
Oh, thanks, Heath.
You know, Mom, this was the best Christmas ever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. We were all together, trimming the tree, singing Christmas carols. Dad didn't even make us watch Perry Como's Christmas.
Tennis shorts, sunscreen, sun hat. How do I look?
Like Speedy Gonzales.
I don't understand why we can't go on this cruise.
Yeah, we never get to go anywhere.
Well, it's not your 21st anniversary. Besides, this will give you the chance to spend some quality time with Mr. Belvedere.
So stick to your desk and never go to sea, and you will be ruler of the Queen's Navy.
God, Mom, please don't do this to us.
I mended the drawstring in whatever these are.
They're clam dippers. Wear them when you go after clams.
What are you going to do, frighten them to death?
Come on, George, we shove off at 1800 hours and we don't want to be late.
Got your tickets?
Right here. Good old cousin Leo. Too bad he had to go in for toe reduction surgery. Marcia and I really made a killing on the cruise tickets.
All right, kids, I want you to do your homework, get to bed on time, and do whatever Mr. Belvedere tells you.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Owens. Have a wonderful time. I'll mind the home front. I must be the cab.
Bye. See you later.
Lynn Belvedere. Yes, Lieutenant Anthony Marsden Smythe of Her Britannic Majesty's service.
The Queen?
Whereas in the past you have faithfully served Her Majesty, whereas your domestic skills are without parallel on both hemispheres, whereas we are in dire need of these skills, you, Lynn Belvedere, are strictly charged to attend the Queen's person without delay. I shall await without.
See, that guy's going to be a whiting a long time.
Not at all.
Hey, listen, big guy, you better make a choice. You're either working for the Queen of England or for us.
Cheerio.
Streaks on the china never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared. According to our new rivals, life is more than mere survival, and we just might live the good life yet.
Do you believe Belvedere just walked out like that?
Oh, George, now we won't be able to go on our cruise.
Oh, well, sure you can. We can take care of ourselves. You've left us alone before.
Not without round-the-clock surveillance.
Well, what are we going to do? If the plane goes, we're going to miss the Princess Lucretia.
Oh, forget it, George. We'll never find anyone to watch the kids.
Bon voyage!
Happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Owens. If you hadn't gotten married, Kevin never would have come along, and I wouldn't have a roommate. Oh, thank you, dear.
Say, Kev, remember when you told us how grateful you were for us helping with your college tuition?
And for helping with your apartment rent.
And us picking the cockleburrs out of your hair when you were sent home from camp?
Remember how you said you wanted to pay us back one day?
Yeah.
Today's the day.
Belvedere skipped out. Our plane's leaving in 45 minutes. You're taking care of the kids.
Hey, wait a minute. I mean, what about my apartment? What about Casey?
Well, if your roommate Casey really is just your roommate, she can roommate on her own for a week. Can't you, dear? Yeah, sure. Bye, Kev.
But, Mom, but... go pretty well.
Hey.
I said dinner seemed to go pretty well.
Nobody ate any of whatever that was you made.
The important thing is that it went smoothly.
Come on, Kev. I'm just having some harmless fun.
What are you doing?
Loading the paradise.
That's illegal.
Wait till you see what I do to the roulette wheel.
Okay, that's it. Everybody listen up. Now, I have made a list of household duties. If everybody just does their own part, we'll all...
Live happily ever after?
Okay, Wes, you take out the trash, wash the dishes, clean the bathrooms, and dust the downstairs. Heather, you do the laundry, make the beds, clean the kitchen, and dust the upstairs, okay?
Gee, Kev, who's gonna milk old bossy?
Pretty soon, we'll have this place running like a well-oiled machine. Now, I've got a test in the morning, so I'm gonna hit the hay. You guys go finish your chores, and then go nighty-night.
Right.
Here be your quarters for the duration, your ladyship.
There must be a mistake.
Begging your pardon, ma'am, but it says here you got the governor's suite.
Wait a minute. I thought this was supposed to be a cruise ship.
Yes and no, your lordship. The Princess Lucretia's actually a freighter, but we do take on the occasional joy rider.
Are those cows?
Aye, we be bringing beef round the Horn to Frisco.
Well, why don't you go through the Panama Canal?
The Panama Canal is for sissies.
You know, Marsh, there's something just plain not right about this.
You're right. I say we get off while we still can.
You're free to leave if you're not afraid of sharks.
Holy smokes! We've sailed! Hey, look, Ace. I demand to see the captain.
Captain Peel at your service.
Well, now, you listen to me, Captain. I've seen your brochure, and this is way off. I mean, we don't even have a place to put our clothes.
Are you blind as well as stupid?
Oh, God!
What's this? It ain't dinner time?
Begging the captain's pardon.
You shut your mouth and come with me.
Mercy!
Heather! Hey, turn the stereo down! Heather!
Are you talking to me? I can't hear you.
You can hear Radio Free Europe with the way you're wired. Keep the stereo down, will you? Hey, Wes! Get up here now!
What's on your mind, Kev?
You forgot to take out the garbage.
I've been a little busy.
Yeah, what are you doing down there?
Playing with my electric trains.
You're awfully dressed up.
I'm the conductor.
See you later.
Heather, I demand to know where you're going looking like a bad Madonna video.
Why don't you take all that energy and clean this place up? The house is a wreck.
Right. Hey, wait! Hey, Wes, I'll give you $5 if you help me clean this mess up. Huh?
Gee, Kev, you know, I'd love to help you out, but the super chief is pulling into Albuquerque.
You know, you guys wouldn't be sassing me if Mr. Belvedere were here.
This was for heroism during the Blitz. This was for climbing Mount Everest. And this was for winning the Pillsbury Bake-Off. Oh, excuse me, I think the royal family is summoning me. Lynn Belvedere here? Who? Kevin? Wesley's doing what? Heather went where? Not now, Kevin. I have a meeting with some members of the royal family. They're here now. No, I will not say hi for you.
Hello? Kevin?
I'm gonna kill you, you little
Kevin?
Oh, hi, Case. What are you doing here?
Well, I was worried about you. I haven't heard from you in 3 days.
Look, somebody owes me $103.50.
What's going on?
Wesley ordered a dozen pizzas when he knew I was cooking dinner. And now he wants me to pay for it when he knows I don't have the money, so I was gonna beat on him until he paid the guy.
Oh. You took an order for 12 pizzas from a kid?
I've been under a lot of pressure lately.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll give you 10 cents on the dollar.
Sold.
Pay him, Wes.
How about a tip?
Ease up on the dippity-doo.
All right, Case. Stay and have some pizza with us. I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess the place is a little messy.
Messy? No offense, but I've seen landfills that were tidier. Well, who's in charge?
I am.
Well, since it's pretty obvious no one is, you get yourself upstairs and scrub that junk off your face. And you, get your button gear and start cleaning up this mess. And I suggest that you get into the kitchen and put whatever's causing that smell out of its misery.
She's so cute when you're mad.
Move it! Move it! Move it!
I finished the dishes.
Thank you, Wesley.
I picked up the living room.
Thank you, Heather.
Took out the trash.
Thank you, Kevin. All right, everybody up to bed. Not you, Kevin. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I'll be up in about 10 minutes to tuck you in. Bed bugs?
You know, this is kind of weird. You and me taking care of Heather and Wesley. It's, sort of like playing house.
Down, boy. Only game we're playing tonight is gin. Oh, George, that food was inedible.
Yeah. The jellied eels are really backing up on me. I complained to the captain, but I don't think he's going to do anything.
Lash the cook to the yardarm, matey.
Help me, please! Oh, God, no! No, please! I'll never do it again!
I don't like complaints from the passengers. This is for Mr. Owens. This is for Mrs. Owens. And here's one to grow on. My stay at Buckingham Palace is proceeding amiably. The members of the royal family have welcomed me with their usual graciousness. Although Prince Philip gave me a shellacking in lawn bowling, of course, I let him win. I have given counsel to those who have sought my advice. And quite frankly, I'm pooped. Come in. Oh, you shouldn't have.
No, they are from Mrs. Thatcher. She's waiting in the limo.
You're still here? You bet. Wes, what do you have on your face?
I don't know, toothpaste, I guess.
Come here.
Oh, please, no.
Just hold still.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Morning, Case.
Morning, Kevin.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no, I'm late for Western Civ.
Western Civ has waited for 5,000 years. I'm sure it'll wait for your breakfast. Good heaven.
Right. Breakfast.
Well, you look very nice, Heather.
Well, I'm glad you approve, Casey. If you'd send me back to change my clothes one more time, I'd have to wear my Girl Scout uniform.
Your oatmeal's on the table.
I don't eat oatmeal.
All right. I have some lovely stewed prunes.
Oatmeal.
Kevin, here's your grocery list for after school.
Right.
And don't forget to pick up the dry cleaning.
Okay.
And be sure to come home right after you do your chores. Don't hang out with Carl. He's a bad influence.
Yes, dear.
Oh, look, George, the sun is shining. And the water is so smooth and blue.
See, Marsh, I told you. We stuck things out, things will get better.
You look like an able-bodied man. I'd be needing a new stoker for the boiler room.
Now you
I'll take none of your lip. And you be pulling galley duty. Our cook has fallen apart on us. Now, come on, shift yourselves. Come on, out.
See, Marsh, I told you there'd be activities.
Boy, am I beat.
You're beat. I'm the one who was on her feet all day in that hellhole they call a kitchen.
Well, you better come up with something edible for breakfast. The crew thinks you poisoned them.
Well, there's only so many ways you can prepare chopped meat.
That was meat? Anyway, the boiler room wasn't so bad. Something about physical labor. Smell of honest sweat. The guys, Emil, Uriah, Steve. I like Steve.
What happened to your shirt?
Steve wanted it. I guess he liked me, too.
Well, you look pretty good without it, you able-bodied stoker, you.
You look pretty hot yourself, you galley wench.
Hide me! Hide me! It's mutiny! Mutiny!
It's the half mutiny, Captain. Billy, lad, fetch me this him-bowling knife.
Do that someplace else.
Stow it. The two of you have jinxed this tub. The crew's voted to put you overboard.
George?
Well, somebody must have stood up for us. What about Steve?
Steve's dead. He wanted you to have this back. The lot of you, move your carcasses on deck. Move it.
Yeah, well, when we get back to land, tell it.
I don't get it, Mr. Belvedere. Have I sunk so low that I can be outsmarted by one of Kevin's girlfriends? Technically, Wesley, Casey is Kevin's roommate and girlfriend, and as such deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. Huh? Perhaps if you made an attempt to get on her good side. So far, the only side I've seen is the housewife from hell.
Wes, who are you talking to?
I was trying to have an imaginary conversation with Mr. Belvedere. I thought maybe he could solve our dragon lady problem.
And?
Nothing. Maybe if I ate a couple pounds of M&Ms.
Please don't go nuts on me, Wes. I never thought I'd say this, but you're my last link with sanity.
I know, it's bad, isn't it?
Casey's driving me out of my mind, trying to turn me into a proper young lady.
I can't figure how someone so old-fashioned can be so hip. She put an alarm on my bedroom window so I can't sneak out. She put fluorescent baby powder on my slippers so she could track my night moves.
She's been tracking my phone calls. I feel like Kermit the Frog.
It's just she's got Kevin so twisted, half the time he thinks he should be changing diapers and half the time he thinks she's wearing them.
Hey, guys.
Boy, Kev, I sure hope you're at least getting some sex out of this deal.
No, I don't even know if I want it anymore. I mean, it was one thing when she was treating you two like little kids, but then she started on me, and I'm not a little kid.
The question is, what are we going to do about it?
Mr. Belvedere, this is an emergency. You have to tell us what to do.
Casey's driving us crazy. She makes you look like a softie.
She took all my new makeup and hid it, and I don't know where it is, and I look like a mole.
All she does is boss us around and give us orders. I mean, who died and made her queen?
Majesty's pardon. I believe that's for me.
Hey, Case. After the euphoria of knitting wears off, maybe I could go to the video store and pick something up?
We'll see.
Yeah, I understand now they have talkies.
See you guys later.
Where do you think you're going?
To the mall to hang out?
Oh, no, you're not. Wesley, you had detention and were late for dinner, and Heather, you've got an English test to study for.
Oh, but it's Friday night.
Back up to your rooms.
Come on, this isn't fair.
Yeah, come on, Case. What's the big deal? Why can't they go?
You heard my reasons.
I heard your reasons, and your reasons stink.
All right.
Kevin, you're undermining my authority.
What authority? I mean, who are you, the big boss of the world? Wes, Heather, go to the mall.
Wesley, Heather, stay where you are.
I said go.
I said stay.
Who wants to go to the mall?
Yeah, this beatards are gonna stick all the hell.
You watch your mouth, young lady.
No, she doesn't have to. In fact, nobody has to do anything. I'm out of here.
Kevin.
Casey, I am tired of being grown up. I'm especially tired of being grown up with you. I'm going to the record store, and I'm going to get any album I want. Then I'm going to Burger Town, and I'm going to eat way too many French fries with gravy. And then I'm going to pick up my buddy Carl. You remember the bad influence? And I'm going to do anything he tells me to do. So there.
I guess I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's kind of late.
Got some gravy on your shirt.
Oh, thanks. Look, Casey,
Kevin,
I know
really
I was
sorry,
rough on... Listen, Casey, I think the world of you, and I really appreciate all the help you've given me. But this whole thing just kind of got out of hand.
I know.
I mean, half the time I feel like I'm 7 years old again, and then I'll turn around and it's like we've been married for 30 years. What'd you say?
I said I know.
You do?
Kevin, I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and my mom and dad both worked. I always had to struggle really hard to keep control of everybody.
Oh.
So sometimes I come on too strong or I get too bossy. But it's only out of caring. I mean, if I didn't care about Wes or Heather or their handsome older brother, I would have walked.
Tell me again about the handsome older brother.
Nice of the Coast Guard to drop us off.
Yeah. Mom, Dad, we weren't doing anything honest.
Knock yourselves out. I have but one ambition left, to die in my own bed.
You heard her.
Since my return, the routine at the Owens residence has been restored to its usual abnormal state. Kevin and Casey are roommates once again, or whatever the young people are calling it. Heather and Wesley still won't obey my orders, but now they're not obeying more politely. George and Marcia are so grateful for my return, they gave me a slight raise, then docked me a week's pay for my English sojourn. It's nice to know the House of Owens can't live without me. I only wish the House of Windsor could.
Tomorrow at 8, it's the final mission for a member of the MI Force on Mission Impossible. Then Hawk shows that crime doesn't pay. It hurts on A Man Called Hawk. Followed by Murphy's Law.
thing. Your father and I feel we should be spending more quality time as family.
Where are you going?
Roller derby.
Oh, midget wrestling all sold out?
Now, I want to see that attic spick and span when we get back, mister.
Couldn't I be grounded some other time? I want to see the roller derby, too.
Well, you should have thought of that before you dressed the Huffnagel's Chihuahua in Heather's underwear.
Hey, it was Spot's idea.
Let's go.
Yeah, Dad doesn't want to miss the first body pileup.
Hello, Wesley.
I'm not hungry.
All the better.
Don't leave Mr. Belvedere. It's spooky up here in the attic.
Then stay away from the mirror. Oh, don't worry, your parents will be home soon.
Couldn't you help me out with some of this stuff?
Not the chance. I'm off to see the barber of Seville. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hi. Figaro here. Figaro. I thought your father was supposed to fix this doorknob. Now what are we going to do?
Want another cookie?
On the china, never mattered before. Who cares when you drop kiss the jacket as you came through the door? No one glares, but sometimes things get turned around and no one stared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the stand and fall. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet.
No windows, no door, no skylight.
And I ran out of grenades so we can't blow our way out.
Tragedy.
Boy, you must really like that opera.
I meant being stuck here with you.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere, look. The suitcase you were carrying the day you first came here.
Is this the Owens residence?
Uh-huh.
And I take it you're one of them?
Uh-huh.
Is there someone here who speaks English?
Can I help you?
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Belvedere. Are you Mrs. Owens?
Uh-huh. Pardon me, Mr.
That's Belvedere. Lynn Belvedere.
Lynn? That's a girl's name.
Wesley. A difficult birth, I take it.
What do you mean? I'm just like any other normal kid.
Oh, really? Wesley?
Hallelujah, Mr. Belvedere. I've seen the light. Yes, sir. No more TV for me. I'm going right upstairs and get myself ready for school. I just hope the voices don't start. And in the tub, I was watching the big game when the TV set fell in, and it shorted out my brain to sing.
What exactly is it, Wes? It looks a little grisly.
It's my history of punishment in colonial America.
I kind of wondered why that lady was on fire. Hey, what's going on with you two?
Nothing. I just picked up a pile of leaves and asked if Heather wanted to jump in them. He raked it over a mud hole on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. It was just a happy coincidence.
Where is it?
Hiding. Oh, you little monster. There must be a challenge, think that went rather well.
Frankly, I hope you have a way of putting this chicken back together.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Wesley, there's a bird bark in my crumb case.
I didn't do it.
It seems that I've heard that before.
Why do you always pick on me?
Well, in your defense, I must say that dementia seems to run in the family.
Guess what? I got the job. Morning. Morning, Kevin. So thanks, I'm getting late for school. Oh, listen, what do you think of the hearing? Too much? I'm coming. It happens every time. We get to the mall, I turn my back for 1 second, and they disappear. Does this bag go with this dress?
Hey, swing your lady just like Cupid. Swing her again. Don't you stupid.
You shouldn't have me to tell me to tell you this, but I found out today that I'm pregnant.
What?
And I decided to become a rabbi.
Chocolate chip cookies. Would you like one?
Okay. I already got something.
That was pretty great, huh, kid? Don't see many cartoons from Albania. What did you think, Dumpster Dog?
That was real good, Hobo Joe. I'm going back down now and eat some more garbage.
See you, Dumpster Dog. Remember, kids, you shouldn't eat garbage. But if you do, don't forget to brush.
I think you left someone out.
I beg your pardon?
You can be as weird as the rest of us.
Not likely.
Oh, no? You said so yourself.
From time to time, we buckle under the pressure of our ingrained formality and go a little bonkers. Down came the rain and washed the cider up. Up came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider got the south again. Officer? I found him over on Maple piling up a bunch of garbage cans. I was recreating Stonehenge. Yes, but I suppose after 5 years, the Owens madness is bound to rub off.
I think it's the other way around.
look, a vintage Philco.
Dad calls it the Belvedere radio.
Why?
Because it's big and old and gives off a lot of static.
Well, that means better than listening to the sound of your voice.
The drama continues at the downtown sports center, where a deranged roller derby fan is holding the entire arena hostage.
Hey, let's let everyone live.
The police report that negotiations are currently at a stalemate and may be for some time.
This is awful.
Yeah. Why do I miss out on all the fun?
At Goodness Me Natural Food Market,
Just in the roller derby crisis, the crowd is still being held hostage.
I know how they feel.
I bet Dad's been waiting for his chance to jump the guy and set everyone free.
Either that or he's in line for a chili dog.
How come you and Dad are always getting on each other's case?
Well, perhaps we got off on the wrong foot.
I'm home. Hey, where's my high big boy, Kip?
I haven't even been hired yet. But eventually he welcomed me with open arms.
So you want to stay or what?
However, he still had a little trouble getting used to me.
I hate you.
But I must admit, your father and I have had our moments.
Just don't try to borrow my lipstick. Don't you ever clean down here?
I tried to run into something different. Hello, Daddy.
This is Mr. Belvedere, an authentic English butler. Do a little spin for the folks, Steve. He's got manners, he's got style, he's got a snotty attitude. He'll make you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, clean your house, and solve all your personal problems. Can I have a bid?
You should mention I worked for the royal family.
Did you hear that, folks? He worked for the royal family. $3.
Mr. Belvedere,
Morning, Mrs. Owen.
what's going on?
We spent the night together.
A sort of experiment in terror. I'm thinking outside stop some more firewood.
Oh, that's a great idea. Big guy? Maybe I can give you a hand, so to speak.
Well, after you.
Oh, after you.
Why did you say we grew rather fond of each other?
You know.
Hey, Belvedere.
Mind if I ask you something sort of personal?
Yes? But go ahead anyway.
You think I'm a jerk?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
I don't think you're a jerk. In fact, I almost sort of like you a lot.
Thank you, Georgie.
And listen, just because I say I like you, doesn't mean you have to say you like me.
All right.
Hey, come on.
All right, George. I like you, too.
How much?
A bushel and a peck. Luckily, your mother arrived in time to save your father any further embarrassment. Wednesday, have I been talking to myself all this time?
Uh-huh. Hey, Mr. Belvedere, you want to play gin?
Certainly not. You know I swore off that game after I taught you how to play. Now, Mr. Belvedere wants that card, so he can take it and put this one down. Now, can you use that card in your hand?
I think so. Gin. Gin. Gin.
I don't know where the little prince got his ungodly facility for card playing, but it's driving me crazy.
Look, don't feel bad. He used to cream me every time at Crazy 8. The only way I'd ever win was to cheat.
Well, that just shows the difference between you and me. Gin.
Really? Boy, that's 6 hands in a row.
Yeah, but who's counting? I cheated.
Oh, I knew that.
What?
The only way anyone ever beats me at cards is by cheating. I knew you were cheating the first time you won.
And you let me do it anyway? And let me agonize over it?
Sure, I knew you'd admit it eventually. I even knew you'd probably do something nice to make up for it. I usually know everything people are going to do.
Did you know I was going to do this? Obviously, I was far too good a teacher.
Oh, yeah? What about the time you tried to teach me semaphore when you didn't know enough to flag down an ice cream truck?
Double R-I.
Oh, come on, Mr. Belvedere, quit goofing off. It might be boring for you, but that's just because you know it already.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I forget sometimes.
Nah, Miles, that's not how you do permission to come aboard. It's not? No, Mr. Belvedere showed me. It's like this. You mean Wesley's out there learning a bunch of junk and it doesn't even mean anything?
Yes.
And when he goes for his badge, he's probably going to be humiliated in front of all of his friends?
I'm afraid so.
I love it. The teacher said it wasn't semaphore we were doing, it was more like the hula.
I apologize for that. I even went out and bought you an ice cream cone.
Which you ate right in front of me.
And it was good.
Who was torturing me? What's the rest for?
In case you give me any trouble.
What's in it?
A few herbs, some wild roots, and some earthworms for protein. But don't let it get cold, they get rubbery. Come on, I'll help you get that shaving cream off. It only seems fair, after the insults you've heaped from me.
Maybe I'd like one.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. Belvedere.
Oh, good, then I can leave.
Hey, please!
Why, Wesley, what a surprise.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, 'cause I stepped on it.
Not to mention the time you had me deported. Mrs. Owens, Wesley cheated on his history test.
Hey, I thought we had an understanding. I tell you about the bad stuff I do and you keep it to yourself.
Wesley, I am your housekeeper, not your priest.
With a cranky old geezer will do anything to stop a kid from getting a dog.
Wesley? Don't you ask me, you mangy little mongrel.
Department of Immigration? I got a big one for you. It's just a pain in the butt. Why do you put up with me at all?
It's obvious. Because... Let me think about that.
I'd rather have you than any smelly old dog.
Wesley, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Now get back to bed, you snuffy little twerp. If you prefer, I'll refrain from calling you any more names.
No, it's okay. It's kind of fun when two people really like each other.
Right. Well, let's get back to sleep.
Okay. Good night, you big blimp.
Sleep well, you sneaky little reptile.
I told you this some other time. Probably laugh and make fun of me. But you're my best friend. I know you don't believe it because I act like such a creep. But I don't know what I'd do without you. I'm scared, Mr. Belvedere. I'm so sorry. Please come back. I love you.
I love you too, you little viper.
Ready to fiesta?
Promised a place on the team. The Owens family returned home safely around 3 a.m. and finally released us. They would have arrived earlier, but George wanted to stop at the IHOP for blueberry pancakes. As for my ordeal in the attic with Wesley, it amazes me that I've been here long enough to have so many memories. Some of them even pleasant. Let the good times roll.
Tomorrow at 6 on...
Okay, Angela, let's try this one. Train A leaves New York at 6 p.m. going 60 miles an hour. Train B leaves Chicago at the same time going 30 miles an hour. Given the total distance of 1,000 miles, at what time will the two trains pass each other? I don't know. What if one of the trains gets derailed? Angela! Well, they always do. And they spill toxic gas, and the whole town has to get evacuated. Angela, that's not our problem. I think pollution's everyone's problem. Let's go to the next one. Hi, guys. Hi, Mom. We're studying.
Congratulations.
Hello, Mrs. Owens. I'm Angela.
Yes, I remember you from yesterday.
Anyway, Angela and I are going to do real good in the algebra midterm.
I hope so. You know, you've really got to bring that grade up. You've been doing terribly.
Yeah, math is real important. Like when you have to figure out stuff like if a bus leaves Beaver Falls at 4 p.m., how long will it take to get to the ski lodge in the Poconos?
Heather.
Well, you said I could go skiing if I did better on my test.
A lot better.
I will.
Hello, Mrs. Owens. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Mr. Belvedere.
What are those?
Our school books.
All right. It's just that I've never seen them open like that.
Yeah, me and Heather are studying.
Heather and I are studying.
Does that mean I have to leave? Hey, Mom.
Hi, how did you do?
Great, I sold 20 boxes of cookies.
Ooh, that's not bad for your first day.
I'm gonna sell some more to Mr. Belvedere. Is he having his tea yet?
Yeah, he just went in the kitchen. But, you know, honey, Mr. Belvedere likes his own special cookies.
Yeah, I know. Looking for something?
Wesley, have you seen that box of butter bickies? You know, the ones I import from England?
You mean the cookies you hide behind the sauerkraut?
Yes, Wesley.
No, haven't seen them.
Wesley, you know that Mr. Belvedere enjoys a little something with his afternoon tea.
Yeah, I know. Here, try one of these.
Delicious.
They're chocolate mint. Want another one?
Thank you.
$3, please.
What?
I'm sending one for school. They cost $3.
I'm not paying $3 for a box of cookies, especially when somebody tricks me.
But it's all for a real good cause. All the money we raise goes to buy stuff for the children's hospital. Besides, whoever sells the most cookies wins a trip to Disney World.
That's all well and good, but no thank you.
Okay. And just to show you there's no hard feelings, you can have one more for free.
I don't want any.
Just in case you change your mind.
Come here, you little cookie pusher. Give me a box.
Just one?
Streaks on the china, never mattered before. Who cared when you drop kicked your jacket as you came through the door? No one glared, but sometimes things get turned around and no one spared. All hands look out below. There's a change in the status quo. Gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet.
What do you want this time?
The little peanut butter ones.
Good choice.
Thank you.
I got a shipment of vanilla creams coming in. Primo stuff.
George, have you seen the financial section?
I've got it.
What happened? Did they move Beetle Bailey?
I'm thinking of taking a plunge in the stock market.
Really? I was thinking of trying a little investing myself.
On what I pay you?
Yes, George. Somehow I managed to scrape together $100 or so.
$100? You can't do diddly with that.
Perhaps you can't, but I know how to diddle.
What are you saying? You know more about the market than me?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Perhaps I might have phrased it a little better.
Okay, it's a bet.
What's a bet?
We'll each invest $100. See who comes up with the biggest profit. Winner take all.
Fine. Shall we give ourselves, say, closing bell 2 weeks from tomorrow?
Fine. That'll be Friday the 16th, right?
Black Friday to you.
That's okay. Keep on laughing. I've already circled a couple of hot prospects.
Susquehanna Chemical.
Yeah, they make industrial sealants, pesticides, toffee peanuts, stuff like that. They're a real up-and-comer.
Yes, they certainly were. Pity about the bankruptcy.
What bankruptcy?
Oh, I forgot. That's not until next week. Let's see. Up 1.5. Up a quarter. Up 1 7/8. Well, up 11. I knew they were ripe for takeover. Hello, George.
Hey. Looks like your stocks are really taking off.
Yes, I've upped all mine. Have you upped yours?
I'm doing okay. In fact, I'm expecting a very important call from my broker.
Oh, he's already called.
What'd he say?
I'm not sure. It was hard to make out, what with all the sobbing.
Hen, have you seen Wesley?
Kevin took me to the mall to sell more cookies.
Oh, honey, are you cold?
No, this is my ski outfit. Helps me study.
I see.
Well, I'll talk to you later, Mom.
You're back.
How'd Wesley do?
He sold another 200 boxes.
You're kidding. I just don't know how that boy does it.
Hey, Mom, I did great.
Wes, what happened? What happened to your clothes?
Nothing.
He went out like that.
Well, nobody's gonna buy any cookies if you're dressed all nice.
I don't care. I will not have my son going out looking like some sort of orphan.
I told people I had parents.
Yeah, Dad's an unemployed alcoholic, and you're doing time for armed robbery.
I told him he got framed.
That's very sweet. Now go upstairs and change into something decent.
I just want to count my money first, okay?
Fine.
Let me guess. Claudine Langer and Dundee.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Wesley. Sorry about your parents. Angela, you're late. We're supposed to be studying. I've got a better idea. Huh? Come on, let's go to your room. Okay.
Hello, Angela.
Hi, Mr. Belfonte.
Well, how's the cookie business? Made your first million?
I sold every box I had.
Oh.
And you know what? If I sell 50 more boxes, I'll pass Howie Huffnagel. And he can't sell anymore because he got sick standing in the rain.
Wesley.
I'm going to win that trip. I'm going to go on the space ride, then I'm going to go on it again. Then if I'm still not sick, I'm going to go on the teacups.
You know, Wesley, you're not just selling cookies to go somewhere and have some silly fun. You're selling them to help children less fortunate than yourself.
Yeah, I knew that.
Just remember, helping others is its own reward. That should be enough.
Sure. Anyway, I saved you a box of pecan chewies.
Just put it on my tab.
So then, right after Miss Ricky ran out the test, Shelley snuck into the Mimeo room and stole a copy. You mean this is really our algebra midterm? Yep. A bunch of us are gonna get together later and try and figure out the answers. I'm supposed to bring the refreshments. Angela, isn't this sort of like cheating? No. It's exactly like cheating.
I'm home, troops. Big deal.
Hi, honey. What are you doing home?
I finished early.
Huh.
I thought you had class.
Yeah, my lecture was canceled.
So where's the kids?
They're still at school.
Oh. Where's Lord Plushbottom?
I believe Mr. Belvedere is at the store.
You mean it's just you and me, all alone, in this big 4-bedroom house?
Looks like. Hey, guys, where are you going?
Oh, I'm glad I caught you. About dinner, which would you prefer? The tongue or the rump roast?
You decide.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, Heather, did you get your algebra test back?
Oh, yeah. I did pretty good.
65?
It's almost a C minus.
Heather, it's a D.
Well, it's better than last time. Don't be mad at Heather, Mrs. Owens. It was a very difficult test.
Angela, what did you get?
100.
I don't understand. You two studied together? You took the same test? I guess Angela just studied a little more.
I believe a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Obviously, I'm very disappointed in this, and you will not be going on that ski trip with Angela.
Hey, Mr. Belvedere.
Well, if it isn't the Cookie Monster.
Hey, Westman, how'd it go?
How'd what go?
The contest.
Oh, I won.
You did?
Yeah, I sold more cookies than anyone in the history of our school.
All right, Enchanted Kingdom, here we come.
Oh, I'm not going.
What do you mean, honey?
I gave my trip away to one of the kids at the hospital.
You did?
Yeah, because helping others is its own reward. Right, Mr. Belvedere?
I suppose so.
That's just
That's great.
Aw, good work.
Anyway, I heard about Ben here and how he hasn't been doing so good, and how he's always wished he could go to Disney World. So I decided to give him my trip because, well, I'll always have another chance, but maybe Ben won't. Anyway, Ben, here's your airplane tickets and your key to the Magic Kingdom. Have a good trip.
Reporting from a very happy hospital room, this is Ashton Kincaid, Action 3 News.
Hey, what'd you do that for, Dad? There's more news at 7.
Hey, that's the national news, champ.
I might be on it.
Yes, and later you might be on Nightline, but right now it's almost time for dinner.
Yep, we're all real proud of you, pal.
Yes, what you did was just wonderful.
I just did what any kid would do. Hell, give me a break.
Heather.
Well, I mean, he does one nice thing, and all of a sudden he starts acting like he's Mother Teresa or Michael Landon or something. I would have given you my trip, Heather, but I understand you're not going anywhere. You better shut up, guys.
Heather, would you please help me lay the table for dinner?
Sure. I'll help you, Heather, because you're my sister, and I love you.
Hey, Belvedere, what you making?
Pecan chewies. Now that Wesley isn't pushing them anymore, I have to make them myself.
Oh?
I'm trying to duplicate the recipe, but I'm not exactly sure how much sodium pyrophosphate to use.
Speaking of which, Susquehanna Chemical just split 2 for 1.
Oh, and about time.
Yeah, today's the last day of the bet. And if I were you, I'd get on the horn now and start trying to dump some of your losers.
I have no losers. Besides, there's plenty of time.
The market closes in an hour.
Not in Tokyo.
Come on, mail come yet?
I don't think so. Oh, honey, come here. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
I made you a scrapbook. See, I cut out all the newspaper articles about you and took all the nice letters that people wrote, and I pasted them all in this book for you to keep forever.
Wow.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, this is real nice.
I'm glad somebody thinks so.
So, anyone call your paper today, Dad? You know, asking about me?
I'm afraid not, pal. Hey, but last week you heard from the mayor, the governor, and you even got a letter from the first lady.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go check the mail again.
Heather, what's all that?
It's my ski stuff.
Hey, look, we've already been through all this. You're not going on that ski trip today.
I know. I'm loaning my stuff to Angela.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it still okay if she goes?
See you at dinner.
It's open, Angela.
Hi, Mr. Velveeta.
Hello, Angela. And it's Belvedere.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at names.
That's right. Numbers are more your forte.
Huh?
Once again, congratulations on that marvelous achievement, your algebra test.
Oh, it was nothing.
While you're here, you might help me figure out this recipe. I was never very good at math.
Oh, sure.
You see, it calls for 1.5 cups of rice to serve 3 people. And I want to serve 6 people. So how much rice should I use?
Why can't they just share? Here. Yep.
Angela's just been helping me figure something out.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me?
Got all your ski stuff? Yeah, come on. I don't want to miss the bus.
Hey, my name is Wesley T. Owens. May I speak to Frank Sinatra, please? Well, I'm this little kid from Pittsburgh, and I did this really wonderful thing, and I think maybe Mr. Sinatra would like to know about it.
Wesley, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just tell Frank I'll call back later. Bye.
Thinking of joining the Rat Pack?
I want to go see Mickey Mouse.
I see, but you already gave your prize away.
So did Joey Martinelli, and he still got to go.
Who's Joey Martinelli?
Kid I read about in this article. See, he won a week at the World's Fair selling chocolate bars. Only, when he gave his trip away, this rich guy read about it and sent him there for 2 weeks.
In other words, you did your wonderful deed. Not only expecting praise and recognition, but a better trip as well.
Yeah!
That's the Wesley I've come to know and suspect.
I've even figured out exactly how much somebody's got to give me. See, $1,197, that includes the plane tickets and the hotel room and the mouse ears and everything.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
But I gotta go. I deserve to. I'm the one who did all the work, not that kid in the hospital.
Then perhaps you better just go over there and tell him you want it back.
Okay? Let me get my coat. Hey, Ben. Oh, hi, Wesley. Are people coming to take more pictures? Oh, no, I just came because I wanted to see you. Wow, thanks. So, how you feeling today? Pretty good. I mean, I still have my bad days. But the doctor says I've been doing a lot better since you gave me that trip. That's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, yeah? I was just wondering how you'd feel if something happened and you didn't get to go. Why? What's it say on there? Oh, nothing. I just meant, what if the park had to close down? Like if the dwarves went on strike or something. Why'd they do that? I don't know. 'Cause they're grumpy? Are you okay? You want me to call a nurse? No, don't. I'm okay now. Just gotta be careful not to get too excited. Oh, yeah? Maybe this trip isn't such a good idea. Huh? I mean, it's real exciting down there with all the rides and parades and stuff. And you could get so excited, you might just keel over. And I'd feel real bad if something like that happened to you. What are you saying, Leslie? I'm just saying that... maybe you shouldn't go on all the good rides the first day. Okay. See you, Ben. See you, Wesley. I couldn't do it.
You must be losing your touch.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Hey, Kev. Don't come near me. I've been working on this for 2 hours. It's real fragile.
Your mom and I could go back out and sit in the car.
Yeah, would you?
So where is everybody?
I don't know. I think Heather went skiing and Mr. Belvedere took Wesley to the hospital so he could take his trip back from that sick kid.
What?
Thanks, guys.
I am back.
Hey, Wes. When you leaving for Orlando?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Wesley, what were you doing?
Nothing good. I only gave my trip away because I thought I'd get a better one, but I didn't. So I went to take it back, but I couldn't. Guess I'm not as wonderful as everybody thought.
Did it make you feel any better, Wesley? I never thought you were wonderful in the first place.
Thanks.
Heather, what are you doing home? I thought you went skiing.
I did, but I decided to come back.
Oh, did we have some second thoughts?
No, we had a broken bus.
Heather, you deliberately disobeyed.
Well, why shouldn't I? I mean, if I'm gonna get punished for being good, I might as well do something bad.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Speaking of crummy behavior, I think Angela could give us a good example, right?
No.
Now, Angela, don't make me throw the rice in your face.
Okay. Mrs. Owens, this may come as something of a surprise to you, but I didn't get 100 on my test because I'm smart. I cheated. Heather could have too, but she didn't.
Thank you, Angela.
Well, I'm gonna go home now and tell my mother.
Good.
Hope the shock doesn't kill her.
Somehow I doubt it.
What happened?
Well, Angela and a couple of the other girls got a copy of the test. But I decided I should try and do it on my own. Of course, I did lousy.
I think you did great.
Thanks, Mom. Looks like you turned out to be the good one, not me.
Hey, Belvedere. It must be closing time in Tokyo by now, so we might as well get it over with.
Well, that's right, a little wager. I almost forgot.
I was doing okay, but you know. Anyway, here's what I ended up with, $145 total.
Congratulations, George. That's very good.
Yeah, sensational. So what'd you end up with? $3,000?
$3. Here you go. It's all yours.
What happened? I thought you were doing great.
Wow!
What is it?
This letter's full of money.
What? George, come over here.
Who's it from?
I don't know. There's no return address and there's no note or anything.
How much you got there, champ?
Exactly what I need to go to Disney World. $1,197.
That's a very interesting number. Here's 3 more. Might as well make it even.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, you know the market, George. It's a roller coaster. At any rate, I received 2 postcards today. Wesley and George seem to be having a splendid time in Florida. And no, I don't wish I were there. While Heather and Marcia seem to be having a marvelous time, swooshing down the slopes of the Poconos. What with Kevin spending the weekend with friends, I find I have the house to myself. And you know what that means. Let's mumbo.